Hello, everybody. I'm your host, Eric Bird, here at StopStrugglingNow.com. And tonight, we're going to talk a little about a lot. FTX Fiasco, was it planned? Hey, you know what? We have our own financial plans. FTX, SBF had his plan. Now we got to prepare our plans like we've been doing over the last few years. And we're going to continue because things change in the economic environment. And so, therefore, we have to change and update our plans, our freedom papers. And welcome to the SSN Nation Wealthy Wednesday live stream. Stop struggling now. Gear, check. And please like, subscribe, and click the bell below so you get the latest updates. Now, let's get to it. All right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for being here once again. Please share the videos. All right, mic problems, ladies and gentlemen. All right, welcome once again. In case you did not hear me, I don't know how long it was off, but please share the videos. That way we can help other people. You just never know who you can help. And also, during the course of this live stream, if I am talking and sounding like something you're interested in, please subscribe to the channel. Click the all notification bell. Now, anybody who's here tonight, you're going to need an icon next to your name. That means you're going to need to be a member of the channel in order to be in the chat room. You don't have to be a member of the channel to watch the video. On Monday and Friday, everybody can watch, but on Wednesday, everybody can watch, and only members with the icon next to their name can be here in the chat room. Just like Laverne Penix, he's here. He's first in the chat room tonight. Thank you so much for being here, Laverne Penix, and welcome to the SSN Nation Wealthy Wednesday live stream. And he has the icon naturally, and he says his tagline, "Hello, SSN Nation. I hope everyone is doing well. Let's make some money." I received a notification and trailer. Thank you so much for letting me know that you received the YouTube trailer and the notification. All right, ladies and gentlemen, this FTX contagion. Are you getting caught up in it? Have you been wrapped up in it? Did you have your money at FTX, BlockFi, Voyager, and a whole slew of others? Well, I'm going to be dropping a video tonight. So tomorrow, you guys are going to have a preview of some of the things that I'm going to be talking about. And so what I'm going to do here is I'm going to break down some of this FTX contagion, which by now, if you're interested in it, a lot of people might already have this information available. All right. But I'm still going to break this out anyhow, just so you guys know, because regardless if it has to do with FTX or not, this is what's happening right now, ladies and gentlemen. All right. FTX bankruptcy freezes millions worth of crypto company funds. Here we are. Genesis Global halts withdrawals. That's it. Halting withdrawals. Unprecedented market turmoil. Okay, whatever you want to say. FTX bankruptcy freezes millions. You already saw that. And here's this nonsense. Paradigm co-founder feels deep regret investing in SPF and FTX. Yes, I'm sure you do. Here we go from some more fallout. FTX Australia's license suspended as 30K Aussies left in the lurch. Are you seeing the damage here, ladies and gentlemen? It's going to keep going. If you're not from around these parts, I talk and discuss many different things, and I've talked about these derivatives plays for the last 4 years. In case you don't understand what a derivative is, it's just simply this. This is why they want to sell lots of homes, for instance. If you are Bank of America, I buy or give you loans, and each house is $1 million. I get to package up my loans and act like they are all paid in full. So in other words, 10 homes for $1 million is worth $10 million. Even though I haven't collected 10 million, that's what the loans are worth. I turn around, I go to Wall Street, and I say, who will give me how much for this? And somebody might say, I'll give you $5 million right now. They just turned it into a derivative. I have 5 million cash from somebody that wants to buy my paper. That is a derivative. And the more times you change over that paper, that adds another layer of being a derivative. Now, what happens when my property value drops to $500,000? So I got my 5 million. The other guys who bought the $10 million worth, the actual buyer, what did he do? He turned around and got a loan against the $10 million paper. And he says, can I get a $3 million loan? Somebody said yes. Now all of a sudden the homes are only worth $5 million because they dropped in value. The person is calling up saying, hey, we gave you 30% loan. In order to make it 30% now, you're going to have to give us some more money, the same value. So that is a derivative. And when the value goes down, there's a margin call. And so you're not going to be able to pay it back, which is what happened to FTX. And all of his properties were leveraged in this similar manner. This is why BlackRock got seed rounds money, because he was having these investors and he had a token and he was borrowing against the token. All right. So keep in mind, that's why all of this has something to do with everything. And I'm going to show you something else. We're not done by any stretch of the imagination. The contagion is an understatement once I drop something else on you here shortly. And of course, you guys already know they put money into, well, they were trying to bail out BlockFi. They were trying to bail out Voyager. You guys know they can no longer do that. Some of you do not understand exactly and consolidate is what I believe, because he has a SEC, CEX. He has a centralized exchange. He's at Wall Street. He's trying to get regulation. So he's like the number one stunner in the place. He tried. The geek tried. This is what I always said. The geeks are always the most dangerous because they're smart in one respect, but not smart in others. So they had other people trying to do, and then he tried to do some crazy nonsense even further than what his capabilities were. So he just kept borrowing. He didn't care, because every time he created a company, it was just more and more and more. So we're going to go to that a little bit also, because we have our own financial plans, but you can learn from what he has done. And the learning continues right about now. When I go pull it up, let me see if I can find his plan. Once you understand what him and the executives were doing, then you're going to understand this is just all bad. You're going to see that this is even worse than you could have even imagined. Take a look at this, ladies and gentlemen. Take a look at this. I'm going to have to go full screen. I know you can't see it, All right. So I'm going to do it this way. I'm going to go down here, get a little bit bigger screen because maybe you have a big enough screen where you can see this. Notice the light blue at the top. That is our boy SBF. All right. Notice SBF is at the very top in the light blue area right here. All right. Now, you can, I wish these were colored lines, but generally this comes down here. Everything on this line, these are all subsidiaries. All right. All of them. This is Alameda Research, Germany. Alameda Research Ventures, Germany. Cedar Grove Technology Services, Antigua. Hilltop Technology Services, Germany. Paper Bird Inc., Germany. This is just him himself. But here's the sick part. Here's what's even sicker than this. Over here in this light green, Gary Wang, he also creates a subsidiary, Cotton Grove Trading Limited, in the Cayman Islands, and then he has part of Alameda Research. Is this crazy? But that's not crazy enough, because Nishad Singh, head of engineering, he created West Realm Shears, Germany. And on top of that, he said, oh, that ain't enough. I'm going to come down here and do West Realm Shares Financial Services, and I'm going to do West Realm Shares Services, Inc., all in Germany. And guess who has part of, Gary Wang has part of his West Realm Shares. But that's not all, ladies and gentlemen. That's not all, because these guys over here, look at this. It goes here, and they have Cotton Grove, Hong Kong, which is also tied into FTX Trading Limited, Antigua. You don't understand the significance of all this. These guys own more than 50% in all of these companies. They are using the FLL token as collateral to prop up the value of these companies, and then turning around getting loans from banks, Wall Street, hedge funds, getting seed rounds for all of these companies when they say, hey, we're coming out with a new company, such as Alameda Research Ventures LLC in Germany. So now they're pushing, saying, hey, who wants to invest in this? That's what's happening. Trillions of dollars, ladies and gentlemen, is at stake. And I'm not going to forget about the one on the right. This is Jen Chan. And she has a service agreement with Alameda Research, which Bankman and Ellison actually own together somehow. And they have a service agreement, and Jen Chan created Salameda Limited in Hong Kong. And then it ties into their Germany arm as well for a service agreement. And other companies gave them a service agreement within their own companies. These are all controlled by FTX, ladies and gentlemen. Billions of dollars adds up to trillions. Now, I use some of these profits and I go bail out other companies, buy up companies like Liquid, who has stopped their withdrawals temporarily. So long as you understand, the contagion will continue. But here's the lesson of all this, ladies and gentlemen, the most important part of the lesson. It's not so much all his illegal activity and the companies and his officers and all their stuff. Here's what you need to pay attention to: the setup. The setup is not illegal. That's the first thing. When you have a company, you should always create subsidiaries. Like, you should have a holding company. Then you should have a subsidiary as the next company. The reason why, if you're in Germany, they're the number one most litigious country in the world. United States is number 5 on the list. So you set up a company, you rest assured over time you will be sued. Why put your main company in risk or at risk? Your LLC should be the only item at risk. They shouldn't be able to come up to any other company. but you get to control the other company. So if you can see this 90%, Sam Bankman-Fried, CEO and co-founder, he owns 90% of Alameda Research. All right. 67% of Alameda Research Ventures Limited, 100% of Cedar Grove Technology. So controlling all of these. And all of these, I can give my FLL tokens just off of thin air and say all of these are worth billions of dollars. Then I can go out here and get loans from Wall Street, banks, investors of all kinds, including Kevin O'Leary, right? Mr. Wonderful. He's a shareholder. He also is an ambassador, right? So even he put money in here. All kind of people put money in here. Tom Brady put money in here. A lot of people put money into this thing. But it was all based on these subsidiary companies, knowing that they had hundreds of millions of dollars being thrown in. So why would you think you're going to lose? But again, you're setting up a company. So I'll just use this Alameda Research, right? So what happens on Alameda Research? They have subsidiaries here. All their subsidiaries are right here on this row. So they create Alameda Research Limited in the British Virgin Islands, Alameda Research Japan, Verdant Canyon Capital, Germany, Hanan Group, Korea, North Dimension Inc., Germany, North Wireless Dimension, Germany, Alameda Research Holdings Inc., Germany, all under Alameda Research. All of these have a value that they are borrowing, and then after they borrow, buying up other competitors. A big time problem. But this illustrates exactly what you should do when you have separate business ventures. You have a holding company, yes. Then you create a subsidiary. Even that subsidiary can act as a holding company for another company. You can do it this way. But just keep this in mind. Some people start a business and they say, okay, I'm doing lawn care, yard cleanup. That should be an LLC. Next thing you say, well, this other company, I'm actually going to invest in something. So now you make that LLC. We'll say homes or multifamily homes. Now you're going to place it in LLC for that under the holding company. All right. So then they send them funds up to it, but you're creating value for not one, not two, not three. You're creating more value in case you ever need to run around and say, hey, can I borrow some money because I want to do this? All of a sudden, all your companies are successful. And then you say, hey, I need $1 million. Somebody goes, no problem. Your holding company is going to be valued higher than each subsidiary singly. So now you say, oh, each holding company, let's say this one's worth, I'll just stay with $1 million. $1 million here, $2 million for the Alameda Research Japan, $5 million for this one. All combined, that's $8 million. That means my holding company at least has to be worth $8 million. Now my holding company goes out and I could say, hey, you know what? Can I get $2 million? I want to go buy up another company. They'll say no problem because you have value inherent. And literally that's what he's doing. Now that's for borrowing. That's for doing other things like that. But all I'm trying to say is in reality, you want to separate instead of commingling businesses. You want to separate them. And so you want to simply have a holding company. And then you want to actually have a company in between next, like Alameda Research. So Sam Bankman-Fried, he has like he's a company, drops down Alameda Research, and then they have Alameda Research, Japan, British Virgin Islands, whatever. Now you have a layer between you. You follow what I'm trying to say, I hope. And this is how the holding game actually works slightly. Contact your attorneys, contact your lawyers, because that is how you would set it up once you're big time. This is how I'll use it again. I'll say Trump as well. He has over 200 subsidiaries under his holding companies or trust. So he set it up the same way. And Bezos, all the rich people set it up. Yes, it's going to cost, but you can do it yourself. It's not that hard. All right. It's not hard at all. You just want to set it up where you know it's the holding company, and then you want to set up when you're writing the articles, then you acknowledge what percentage of the holding company is this company and who controls the voting shares and things like that. It's not that hard. All right. In fact, you can probably get it on the internet somewhere. It's not that hard to set it up. But I'm going to go to housing, because a lot of people will set up one LLC and then have 4 or 5 homes in there. Each home should have its separate LLC, by the way. If you're going to run that route, or corporation, they should be separate. All right. Because if you have 5 homes in one LLC, somebody slips and falls off your roof, whatever the case may be, and somebody sues you, they're suing the whole LLC. And if there's a judgment against you, then judgment can come from any one of the properties inside that LLC. So just keep in mind, a lot of people say, I'm going to put them all in one. That there could be a advantageous that way, but as far as I'm concerned, it's not advantageous, because things happen with properties. So I'm just letting you know, this is the actual lesson that SBF has actually given to people, even though most people don't realize that this derivative game is how Wall Street and banking is built. All right. They buy stocks. If I own stocks, Elon Musk, how did he buy Twitter? He borrowed against some of his stocks, sold some of his stocks, leveraged them, right? So that way he didn't actually have to have the cash, even though he sold some of it, but he borrowed some as well. So if you have $100 million worth of stock, 100 billion, let's say, and somebody says, I need 5 billion, they will give it to him. So then I can go and buy up something else. This is why the rich get richer, ladies and gentlemen. And that's what you have to start thinking of. If you want your freedom papers, most of the time you are wealthy. That means you have businesses. Just keep that in mind. You're going to have businesses. And that's where the levers of power starts. So if you have a business, if you have a company that's on the stock market, and in this case, if you have a company that's holding other people's money, like on an exchange, then my exchange has value. If I'm doing $5 billion a day in transactions, and I have $10 billion of assets under management or holding or sitting there on my exchange, well, just like SBF did, you can walk out the door and tell somebody, hey, man, I got $10 billion is what my exchange is worth. How much can I get a loan for? They say, oh, here's $500 million. They're like, that's low risk. And then he runs around, buys up whatever he wants to buy up, whether it's tokens, whether it's another exchange, whatever. Eliminating my competition is the way I look at it. You can easily see with all the holding companies, because some went to each separate country they were involved in. Some, they did triplicates, 3 companies in one jurisdiction. So that means they were probably doing insider loaning to each company, doing all kind of crazy. All right. In fact, I know that's what he was doing, because he was running through money like water, acting crazy. So it was easy come. BlackRock, all the guys, Sequoia, they're all tuning in and giving them funds. So I just wanted to show this to start it off with, the FTX fallout and the contagion, the fiasco. Was it planned? That's another thing. Let me ask you something. Here's the thing right here. Hold on. Let me put this back on the screen. Let me ask you something. What does this look like to you? Does this look like this is unorganized to you? This is actually organized. If you started the first part, the Alameda, all of us executives are sitting in the room and we're going, you know what? I think you need to get an LLC, then get more companies underneath. I'm going to get an LLC. We're going to link them together. Then I'm going to tell all my executives, we're going to link our LLCs together, and subsidiaries and holding companies are going to all be going to be separate. You'd be sitting there like, okay, who in their right mind would think the guy's dumb? Who in their right mind is thinking that this is not some sort of plan? This is a planned execution. This is clear. This isn't some sort of, he's a good guy and he just went and he leveraged himself too much. These guys knew that their FLL token, all they had to do was give their companies this the FTX token, and then just call it whatever they want. 3 billion, 5 billion, 2 billion, whatever. It's just a token. They didn't have to spend any money for it. So they propped up their companies and then borrowed against. Straight up illegal, knowing that they're taking money off their exchange, which is their customers' money as well. So all of this stuff was planned. Not only planned at his level, but remember, he's at the government and they're sitting there saying, hey, man, you want to regulate this stuff? They're giving him a free pass. They're not even looking at his books. This is insane. How is BlackRock, Sequoia, Kevin O'Leary, and all these guys, they didn't send their lawyers in to do due diligence? And their lawyers didn't know about all of these subsidiaries and holding companies and all this, and they didn't think that was a red flag? This is clearly a red flag. Clearly. You have a CEO of a company owning like 50 companies. This is crazy. All right. And he's not a separate entity. So just keep that in mind. And then you're borrowing against it, and you would have known because they have to give you the numbers, the accounting numbers. You would have saw, oh, okay, these guys actually have it backed by their FTX token, and it's $10 billion based on the FTX token. But what if the FTX token goes down in value? What if it goes to zero? How much is the company worth then? But you guys are going to give them $200 million, $50 million. I mean, come on, this is crazy. So by legitimizing him, both the government officials in Congress and by the big boys, the BlackRocks, the Sequoias, and all that, all of a sudden people just throw caution to the wind and go, oh, he's the wonder kid. And they don't really look too hard, apparently, at anything. But, oh, now we have to regulate, ladies and gentlemen. Now we got to regulate. Look who else is in the house. Regulators. Mr. Financial is here. Curtis Davis. Welcome to the SSN Nation Wealthy Wednesday live stream, where it's members only, with the icon that next to their name can be in the chat room. And he brings his tagline. Good SSN family. Good evening, SSN family. And he's got the ABMM. That's the tagline, ladies and gentlemen. Always be making money, because we have our own financial plans. We need those freedom papers. And Curtis Davis, also known as Chili Davis in the YouTube streets. Go check out Chili Davis's channel. He dropped some gems. He's starting to show all kind of activity in the stock market, good or bad. He helps you out. You can make decisions throughout the day and evening, because you just never know when he's going to drop a video. But go check him out. Chili Davis with 2 L's. He's part of the SSN Nation family. I'd appreciate it. Go over there and subscribe and check out a few videos. And don't forget to smash the like button at Chili Davis and here in the SSN Nation. I'd greatly appreciate that. So Chili Davis, Mr. Financial, I was just going over the holding companies that are part of FTX. It's astounding, ladies and gentlemen, the sheer number that these guys did. In fact, let me go back over here and just show you some of this stuff is outrageous. Australia's so Alameda Research, which you guys have heard a lot about, they created a subsidiary in the British Virgin Islands called Alameda Research Limited. Then they turned around and they got Cottonwood Grove Limited, Hong Kong. But then they added all these others. Dwinell Hall Limited, Antigua. Euclid Way Limited, Antigua. Australia AST Research Party Limited. This is crazy. But then what happens? Alameda Research creates even more down here at the bottom for Bahamas, Nigeria, Seychelles, British Virgin Islands, another company, Alameda Research Singapore. Just in this section here is 10. What is this? 6, that's 11. That's 12 just in this section right here under Alameda Holdings. And that's not all, because they have service agreements on the backdoor side with BlockFi. Crazy, ladies and gentlemen. See, 52% BlockFi. All right. You guys got to understand, this is huge. This is not some accident. And FTX Trading also has some commercial agreements dropping down with BlockFi. And again with BlockFi, which is now under another subsidiary. And under this one, let's see, it goes up to FTX Trading Limited. So they have, what is this, like 16 companies down here or something? This is insane. All of these companies are at risk right now. All of them. Because you're cutting off the holding company, shut down. These companies are going to have to shut down as well, because the funding was coming from Alameda Research, coming from SBF himself, coming from FTX Trading. Once they shut these down, you can't loan your other companies money anymore. You can't use your FTX token anymore. Them days are a wrap. It's over. Can't do it. So they're going to be out of business as well. Chapter 11, whatever that means for these guys, because they owe more than their assets, because their assets were based on non-asset, which is now a non-asset, that's for sure. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to be dropping a video about all of that tomorrow, talking about it some more with some more updated information, because we have our own financial plans that we need to deal with. First off, again, until the end of time for the next year, I'm going to be talking about get yourself your own virtual office. A lot of people work out of their homes now. So therefore, when you're doing your LLC, you want to have a pseudo office location. So therefore, virtual offices with Opus Virtual Office. That's who I promote, because I like it that somebody answers the phone in your company name. You don't call, they don't call you. It goes to a person. They actually handle that. The phone number is a business phone number that's on 411. So you knock that out. You get a fax number, a business fax number is included, 411. All right, simple. Then it helps your business credit, because they report to business credit when you have Opus Virtual Office. Also, they have a receptionist at the office. You don't have an office. It's really virtual, so you don't have an actual cubicle. But if you ever have clients, then you can rent for like $25 for an hour. The room. They have a receptionist at a lot of their locations. Not 100% of them, but a lot. They're in the 50 United States. The link is down below in the description. If you're going to start a business out of your home, I highly suggest, due to these uncertain times, that you have a virtual office. This will help distinguish you from your personal residence and your office residence. Because again, America, the United States, is number 5 on the list of the most litigious countries in the world. So if somebody tries to sue you and now you're working out of your home, commingling, doing anything crazy, now they're going to try to pierce that corporate veil. And then guess what? You'll be liable for a civil lawsuit or anything else, and therefore they could take your assets. So this is why you want to make sure you keep your corporate veil separate. And that's why you create holding companies as well, or subsidiaries, just like Warren Buffett. All right. I'm dropping a video on holding companies anyhow, but I might drop it after this live stream. Might be a late night drop or an early morning, but either way, it's already made. But all I'm saying is Warren Buffett does the same thing. So having it set up like this is not illegal. It's illegal when you start commingling with different companies to try to defraud either your investors or other people, letting you believe, like people were thinking he's buying BlockFi, he's buying Voyager, not buying, but bailing them out, helping them out with money, whatever the case may be, with all these companies. And then he bought Liquid, for instance. And it was all based on lies, financially, that is. So again, this is what we need to worry about. There's contagion. The fiasco, was it planned? Well, you tell me. Let me know what you think if it was planned. I'm going to put this up again. You tell me. This is structured properly. It's structured. So how does it get wiggy? Well, If I know you're not going to have to pay back loans and I can just gamble for free, because that's literally what's going to happen. He gambled for free. And guess who else gambled and benefited? Some of these other companies, when they're doing the transactions to acquire another company, they have fees. So who knows the extent of this? When I keep saying BlackRock and Sequoia, there's more companies than that, but who knows the extent of this? And their investments are gone. Like I mentioned, the Ontario, Canada pension fund, 400 million, I believe it was, that they gave up. Not all of it. That wasn't all their fund, but 400 million is a lot of money that's earning nothing now, gone. They can't go and replace that 400 million. That's gone. And that's a lot of workers, blood, sweat, and tears that got sent into that pension fund. And they're not going to be able to replace that at all. So this is the type of people that invested into one of his products or companies. And this is bad news. So what do you think is going to happen? There's going to be fallout from that. They even invested some of their money into Robinhood. I believe it's around 7%, 7.8% into Robinhood. Well, what's going to happen with that? Somebody's going to have to buy out that stake since they're in bankruptcy, right? So just think about it, ladies and gentlemen. This is how you need to set yourself up when you have your companies and you want to expand. All right. So unfortunately, if you can't get in the chat room, it's because you don't have an icon. You have to be a member of the channel, not just subscriber. On Wednesday nights, you have to be a member of the channel. 36 minutes in, smash that like button, ladies and gentlemen, and let the YouTube gods know that you're in the house. All right. Look who else is here. DJ Robbie D Solutions is in the house. Welcome to the SSN Nation Wealthy Wednesday live stream. Tongue-tied tonight. Wealthy Wednesday live stream. And he has the icon naturally. And yes, I did say DJ Robbie D Solutions because he's DJ Robbie D out of Philly. And he says, hello, SSN Nation. Hello to you too, DJ Robbie D Solutions. And again, very, very nice to see you. Talking about the FTX Fiasco. We have our own financial plans. And since DJ Robbie D just showed up, speaking of additional financial plans and freedom papers, ladies and gentlemen, I'm the CEO of a company, founder, and it's called SSN Lifestyle. That's where we're trying to get you freedom papers. How do you get freedom papers? Well, you give people an opportunity to earn extra revenue, extra streams of revenue. What are these extra streams of revenue? Some of the things are as simple as this. There's things like New Year's in Las Vegas, where people are going to have to spend who knows how much, 2-bedroom condo with amenities, you know, the pool, the fitness center, and all that, like if that matters. But restaurant, deli, all that, you're going to have to spend like $400 a night, $500 a night, maybe more, who knows. But if you're a member of SSN Lifestyle, you could refer other people. We even have a free membership, which is not a membership. It's called a referral affiliate. You can sell, receive commission, not even have to be a member. Because we're trying to help people just like this channel. That's what we do here. So think about it. That's the first thing. Vacations. Then, hold on a second. Let me see if I have any goodies here. Just a minute. No goodies. I don't have any products tonight sitting on the table. We have health products. That's right. Body Balance, Transdermal goes on your skin. It's crazy, ladies and gentlemen. I wasn't even going to talk about that, but I'm going to actually bring it up because I didn't put it in my screen for tonight. And then I'm going to go back into holding companies here briefly. And so we have health products that has iodine, magnesium, MSM, D3. So that covers a lot of areas, over 25 health benefits for the SSN Lifestyle Body Balance Cream. It's off the charts. What's in it? Iodine's good for your thyroids, ladies and gentlemen. All right. MSM is good for your bones, your ligaments, your joints, repairs, helps repair your muscles. It does a lot of good. Magnesium is needed to actually facilitate all the rest of the ingredients to work together because it actually helps with 100 different biochemical reactions in your body. And then that means helping the ingredients work together. And then, of course, D3 is good for your bones, as everybody knows. But there's other effects, such as your mind, right? Such as thyroid cancer, even thyroid health. All of that is in this one product. Over 25 health benefits, only $34.99. Is that crazy? To me, that's crazy. It's the only one like it, too. By the way, there's no other companies that have this combination, just so you know. But then we have D3 and K2, also transdermal. We don't deal with pills because the bottom line with pills is you only get around 15 to 20, 25% of whatever the milligrams is on pills after it goes through your body. We want something to hit your bloodstream. That's more effective, and it's one squeeze a day and out. That's all you need to do. So that different prices, all the rest are lower than the $34.99. But what I'm trying to illustrate is you don't have to create these products. You get to go sell them, and they're world beaters, manufactured USA, ingredient source in the United States, all of it, right? USA. So once again, that gives you an opportunity to, if you don't like the vacation stuff, then they say, okay, then I'll say, here, how about this health items? That's pretty good. Then you might say, okay, maybe I'd like to promote where people can become members, and members have extra benefits. And so you can have people sign up as members of SSN Lifestyle, and you receive commission for that as well. So there's three things right there. There's so much more. I'm going to actually go over to the SSN Lifestyle and show you, because this gives you residual income. You can get passive income because once a person signs up as a member, that turns into a monthly payment as for a membership fee. If a person reorders for any products, you receive commission. Most products are just for 30 days. 3.5 ounce, 3.4 ounce pump is what it is. So this makes it very, very easy for you to go over and say, you know what, but something I'm very proud of. Nobody else does something like this. Everything at first people do. But how about the next level? Our memberships are another thing. You can actually go over there and check it out. I don't know if I have a link down below in the description box or not, but I'll have to double check that after I discuss this. But check this out. We have something called Ring of Fire here. And Ring of Fire allows you to invest in other businesses under a group opportunity plan. So here we are, where you can see, I'll use the cash NFT, the $5,000 business opportunity. You can be a member of SSN Lifestyle. You have choices. You can either just go buy the NFT for $5,000 yourself. There'll be a link down below in the description called Cash Flow NFT. And you can go buy it, like I said, for yourself. Or you can also, at Cash Flow NFT, you sign up as a free affiliate there. So I don't mind that you sign up at another location to make money, because you can refer people to buy the $5,000 NFT, and then they're going to give you 10%. Has nothing to do with SSN Lifestyle, but I don't mind. This is the idea. We're trying to help people. We're trying to get our financial plans in order. We're trying to get our freedom papers. We're trying to get our passive income here, which was the mantra for 2022, passive income. Next year is buy a home, by the way, second half of 2023. But what I'm trying to illustrate is you can go to Cash Flow NFT, sign up as a free affiliate there, and then sell that affiliate or sell that $5,000 NFT. You sell 10 of them, you get $5,000. Now you can buy your NFT. If you don't want to buy the NFT, you can still sell them, and every time you receive $500. So there's another way to get some income coming in, another income stream. That's for the United Kingdom. Now, the other thing is, some people would say, I don't want to do either one, but then you go, hey, wait, what's this Cash Flow NFT? Well, if you're not familiar with it, search the channel. There's a video that comes out. We have a video about it. But what I want to say is you can put in $250 increments. It has to be $250 minimum or more. Whatever percentage you put in, that's what you'll receive on their quarterly payouts, because that cash, it's a store. They're putting stores in the United Kingdom. This is what it looks like. This is the Amsterdam CEO. But nonetheless, this is a store people walk into, and they can actually do business there. They have an exchange. There's 6 ways that money comes from this business. They have an exchange, so the transaction fees are shared with NFT holders. They have ATM machines, transaction fees shared with NFT holders. They have other products that are insurance products where a landlord can have their tenants insured and receive up to 12 months in advance payments. Who wouldn't take that if you're a landlord? You receive profits from that. Those are 3. There's more. There's Miracle Deal, where you can actually borrow and leverage some of your crypto if you want to. You got to give up some percentage, but nonetheless, that's some more profit to the company, and you share in the profit of the stores. Merchant processors, POS systems, any transaction fees, guess what? Shared with NFT holders, depending on what country you're in. This right here is for the UK. The 6th largest country by GDP is the UK. So if you can get in the 6 largest, 1st, 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th, and number 1 is, USA. USA is not regulated. All of these are licensed and regulated in their jurisdiction. The stores, licensed and regulated. All right. Everything, the exchange, the Miracle Home, where it's for the landlord, it's the insurance product is backed by Lloyd's of London. The exchange is backed by Lloyd's of London, insured because they're behind fire blocks. So once again, all of this is straight legitimate, and there's 7 ways to make money, and you can get in for anywhere $250, $500, $750, $1,500, and as you can see, PayPal, Venmo, or you can use USDT. You can use crypto. So again, this is why SSN Lifestyle is awesome, and I'm saying that, of course, because I'm the founder and CEO. But the fact of the matter is, it's very special because it gives people many, many different opportunities. And oh, by the way, I should give shout outs to the cash flow NFT. It's called the Boogie Gopher Club. And by the way, the club actually, they're going to have group meetings and other things similar to SSN Lifestyle, actually, which is kind of cool. All right. So membership wise, because people might want to get other additional benefits, I'm just going to start out with the granddaddy of them all, and I'm not going to go into all of it, but I'm just going to show you the Founders Club. And can you believe for $2,799, there's a value here. Once a year, you can stay for 7 nights, 8 days in Punta Cana in a 2-bedroom or 3-bedroom condo or villa, or smaller if you want a smaller unit. But the fact of the matter is, you get that for the one-time payment. It's not $2,799 every year. That's $2,799 one time. But yet every year, if you go to Punta Cana, because we have Hawaii, we have other exotic locations, Mexico, other Caribbean islands that you'll be able to go to, like St. Martin. You can go to Europe too. But the point is, once a year, you have 7 nights, 8 days, and in Punta Cana, you get to go to the Pearl Beach Club, for instance. You get to go to Caribbean Lake Water Park. That's all included. A chef one night or one afternoon or one morning. You schedule when the chef's coming in to fix you and your party, because you can bring additional people, but you have to be a Founders Club member. There's only 15 spots. Not only that, you get 3 nights, 4 days in other locations, and the prices that you have to pay for products and services are reduced because you have the Top Dog membership. This is the Top Dog. That's why there's only 15 spots that's available. We have the Ring of Fire that starting January 2nd, You have to be a member. You can't be a free member, but only members will be able to get into the Ring of Fire business opportunities. We have more than one. We have something I need to show you tonight where the debt box node is in Ghana dealing with the oil fields and the agriculture, the grow token, creating jobs, but it's backed by another crypto project. That's another Ring of Fire opportunity. But this right here, this NFT is the UK. So that Ring of Fire. And also, again, airport lounge access every year included. You only pay $49.99 per month or $39.99. I think it's going to go up though. But anyhow, it's going to go up. But you can see it right here, $49.99. But some of this is going to go up due to everything you receive. You get boat and yacht credits. You are able to be in the bonus pool. So yes, passive income for everybody that's a member because you have a bonus pool. And if we have any profits, we only turn profit like one time so far in the last 2 months. But nonetheless, once we have profits rolling in and we have more people in and selling more products, then profit is shared depending on the levels. So the Founders Club have the top dog bonus pool. What that means is the lower level, as you see here, affiliates, free affiliates don't get any bonus pool. But the first level, everybody qualifies, including the pro membership, for bonus money. So everybody gets their portion. The second, pro members, everybody gets pro, but you have to be an elite to get the elite bonus pool. Then you would have to be in the premier to get the premier bonus pool, but you get all of these, the pro, the elite, and the premier. And the Founders Club gets all of them, pro, elite, premier, and Founders Club members. And then, of course, you got entertainment show tickets, Ring of Fire, airport lounge, real estate, passive income, because Founders Club members, there's another little thing where they're going to have their own special apartment or condo or villa that they're going to be able to market themselves separately that nobody else can market. So therefore, they can also have additional passive income streams coming in. That's why it's $2,799. It's going to go up, just so you guys know. So now's the time you can use your credit card, debit card, checking account to get in, PayPal, Venmo, whatever. But they have lower, as you can see, lower memberships. But the top dog is the Founders Club Premier membership. And you see it stops here. And then we have the elite membership. And again, you receive discount show tickets. Actually, there's something on here that's not shown, but airline ticket upgrades is very special as well. We don't guarantee 100% because there's no way to do it. Airlines pretty much book all their seats. But if you send in your receipt or your airline ticket information and you say, hey, I'm going to this location as a member in these standings, Elite, Premier, Founders Club, if we find that we can send you up to business class or first class, we're going to hook you up. So that's what it means. It's not 100%, but that's what we're going to do. Also, you want to fly around to Europe or outside the United States, we have discount tickets, which is not added on here yet, but we're going to be able to get you there for less because we have other deals in the background. All right. So that's just some of what we have going on at SSN Lifestyle. So that's where we're getting our financial freedom papers for you guys, but you can get them in other areas and we don't mind. I don't mind. You can go get them if you want to be a cash flow NFT and don't even want to have anything to do with SSN Lifestyle. I don't care. But please use my link down below. It's called Miracle Cash and More, and use that link and I'll take you to the cash flow NFT website. And that'll get you to become a free affiliate, or you can go buy the NFT. You're going to have to use crypto to buy the NFT. All right. It's for stores and everything I mentioned. I'll probably run a video here since I talked about it. Leah Dennis is in the house. Welcome to the SSN Nation Wealthy Wednesday live stream. How are you doing tonight? And she says her tagline, good evening, SSN fam. 100% facts. Thank you so much, Leah Dennis from NJ. And with the icon next to your name. Very, very nice to see you. Look who else is in the house tonight. Ali G. He couldn't resist with the FTX Fiasco plan. Welcome to the SSN Nation Wealthy Wednesday live stream. He has the icon. And in case you're watching this and can't get into the chat room, only members can be in the chat room on Wednesday night live streams. On Monday and Friday night, everybody, or any other live stream we do, everybody can be in the chat room. He says, hi, fam. Ali G, very, very nice to see you. What are you thinking about this FTX fiasco? Was it planned? Because I already made the move. Of course, it's a little planning because they don't have any problem with the meltdown. And simply put, the calls for regulation is astounding. Now, I don't care if they call for the regulations or not. This was a nice little fall guy, nice little plan that they hatched. United States is in no way, shape, or form going to cross this line, going to talk about legalizing, straight up legalizing. There is no freaking way. You know why? Think about it. If Goldman Sachs, JP Morgan, Wells Fargo, Bank of America, Federal Reserve, Treasury Department doesn't have their own centralized exchange in place, there is no way, because they need to hold your money. They need to track your money. They're not going to allow some other exchange to come out here like an FTX US, which they're allegedly licensed and all regulated and all this. But their money, remember, just like Binance, all that money is sitting on their exchange. That's not the goal of the United States government. They want all the money to sit on their exchange. Now you see why they're having a hard time, because they're sitting here going, well, do we really want billions of dollars sitting on whose exchange? The ultimate goal, though, is you own nothing. They're holding all the cards. And then when something like this happens, then they go, oh, whoops, we can't give you any money. And some of you may not realize what's about, well, most of you might, if you are a FTX and your money's on their exchange, then you know your money's gone. $9 billion, ladies and gentlemen. $9 billion. I'm going to, I thought I had a picture. Let me see if I can find it. I need to find a picture. I got to show you guys. Oh, I see what happened. Okay. I was going to show you, but while I'm sitting here looking for something, please smash the like button. And if you like what we're talking about, please subscribe to the channel. Click the all notification bell. I would greatly appreciate that. All right. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. This is just for illustrative purposes only. A pro forma. Okay, this is US dollars into millions. All right. But that's not the thing. Here's the thing down here at the very, very bottom. Recovery of liabilities outstanding. Pro forma. It looks like you're not going to be getting any money back, ladies and gentlemen. Zero. And as you know, they only had like 1 million. I mean, not 1 million, almost 1 billion to cover 9 billion. Clearly, that math does not work. All right. So all illiquid over here on the right-hand side. And you can see here 8.7 billion, 9 billion. All right. That's where we're at, ladies and gentlemen. And there's no recovering nothing. Simple as that. 98.3% outstanding. Clearly not going to happen. 100% outstanding. So, needless to say, the contagion is going to keep going. There's no way around it. All right? No way around it. Everything they're holding is drying up like sand. All right. And tomorrow, like I said, I'm going to be getting more into it. But again, This is a lesson that we can all learn about holding companies, setting up your subsidiaries. This is exactly what you should be setting up. Not borrowing against all your assets, not taking the assets out and using them and then losing them. You need to not do that, but you should set up your businesses such as their holding companies and then their subsidiaries underneath. And I'm also going to go back into something else. Let me see. So you guys, I'm going to go into a simple holding company because we have our financial plans. I'm going to give you something else to think about. So when I showed you the cash flow NFT, and some of you may not understand, if the cash flow NFT, if that project ends up being enormous, where you're able to get $100, $200, $300,000 a year passively, then you might want to put it under an LLC. But again, you want to have it under a holding company or just under an LLC. I would put it under a holding company, right? So, and then send it up through my holding company so my taxes get reduced dramatically. Especially if you do a checkout. What I mean by checkout is when they say, hey, I am going to sell my company. Then what? Can you withstand $5 million coming in? No. A person that gets $5 million individually, you're going to have to give up damn near 50% of it. But if you run it through a corporation, it's still sitting there. It's unrealized. Unrealized is better than realized. All right. Your company gets it, but then I can offset it with some other, I can loan against it. So in other words, do what Elon Musk does. Do what all the big investors do. I'm going to take a loan against it. There you go. All right. So that's one way we do this, ladies and gentlemen. All right. I was going to go to something and I can't find out what it was. Oh, I know what it was. Hold on a second. Let's see. I can't find it for some. Oh, here we go. I wanted to get into this before I forget, to make it simple for you. I just wanted to make it real simple for the holding company crowd. Look at this here. This is the simplest one I could get for you. This is just a generic. ABC Technology, Inc. What do? They do ABC Limited. ABC Limited, doesn't this look just like the Bankman's? Exactly like the Bankman's. Then ABC Limited has this mechanical company, electrical part company, and they're running the mechanical parts company through ABC company. So they have another level of a subsidiary. Then ABC Limited also has motor company. ABC Limited has an electrical system company. See how easy this is, ladies and gentlemen, for each separate entity or each separate business within your business, they set up an LLC in this case. This is similar to what you should be doing. Now, ABC Technology, everything swings up. So revenues, profits goes up. Motor company profits goes to ABC Limited. ABC Limited can disperse some of the profits to ABC Technologies. So you can put this web in place for your accountant. Your accountant's going to be very happy because you're going to minimize taxes. Because remember, each one of these are separate entities. And just like you and your friends, you can loan each other values. You can say, I got a promissory note of whatever number you want to say it is. You can do all this crazy creative stuff. So therefore, if you borrow and do loans, then that comes off of how much taxes your company will pay. This is how the big boys are evading taxes, but I shouldn't use the word evading because it's legal. This is how they're paying less taxes, and people are all upset why the billionaires and millionaires don't pay their fair share. Well, they created a business structure. You as an individual is just a subsidiary of the United States of America. That's why you have a Social Security number. You don't get any benefits. You get 24% taken out or 25% or whatever the percentage taken out of a W-2. You get limited tax write-offs, which is like child tax credits or, limited. I used to be able to take out your mortgage interest, that kind of stuff. But this other, you're not able to take out because I paid people. You can't take that out. Companies can. When you invest as a company, you can invest in stock markets and do things like this. You can also do depreciation. An individual generally can't. So you buy a car, you buy an office building, whatever you buy, there's a lifespan to it. I bought a refrigerator. I bought an AC unit for the office. So again, all that has a lifeline, and that lifeline goes 5 years. I bought it for $5,000. 5 years, I get to depreciate it. All that is tax deductions. People don't understand. See your ACPA. All right. But I'm just giving you that structure so you can see what this structure is. So this is clean. This is easy. Have your pen, pad, and paper, hopefully, and you wrote this down. But you can do this. Well, get some consultants, right? Go see some professionals. But all I'm saying is this is not very hard. You could actually set it up yourself. There's so much knowledge on the internet now. So I just had to say this again, because this is part of the financial planning, which a lot of people do not understand. You have to start your own business. That's why I have Opus Virtual Office link down below. Don't start a business and run it out of your home. Do not have your LLC as your home address. If there's ever a situation where you get sued, they're going to say, oh, he's at his house. Oh, that means he doesn't have a separate corporation. Him and the corporation are one. So when we sue them, we're trying to take his house. This is why the big boys set their stuff up like this, multiple layers. And that's why this one layer that you see here is decent. Sometimes they actually put another one, like Warren Buffett puts another company down below his holding company and then runs everything else under that holding company, which I'm calling it a holding company, but under that subsidiary, everything else runs. So he actually added another layer in between. Smart, because he has over 50 companies underneath everything. So that's pretty smart. So he shields Berkshire Hathaway for the most part from everything, except Berkshire Hathaway benefits from the profits, right? They go up to the top. So once again, it's a beautiful plan if you can get them. So just keep that in mind. All right. The FTX fiasco planned. Let me hear from you guys. Do you think it was planned? Now, I'm going to say I've been talking like it's planned, but as far as the plan itself was for Bankman himself to go and regulate. He's the guy with his face all over the screen talking to the congressmen, trying to get them to regulate on his behalf, just like what happens in our country now. The rich people get to talk to the congressmen. Congressman, I need you to change the law. To benefit who? It's not to benefit the little guys, the OCs, to us. They're trying to benefit them. So that's why the laws are skewed for them, because they're there giving them the donations. They're there in their ear. They have the time. They have the power. They have the money. And so they can contribute. Here's 5 million. Here's 2 million. Here's 1 million for your campaign. We'll send somebody out to clean up your house or put on an extra room, whatever. Don't worry about that. But can you handle this for us? Quid pro quo all the time. So he's out there doing the same thing. Don't fool yourselves. He was trying to get it so he would be the number one guy. So that was planned. What wasn't planned is that they didn't know what he was doing. But because they all along been trying to figure out how to do this crypto jurisdiction in the United States, which is not, I don't know how it's going to work. They figured this might as well be a good time. You have Kevin O'Leary on TV. I'm running that tape tomorrow too, where he's talking, oh, now we got to do it. He lost money. We got to do it now. We got to get regulation. I'm just like, okay, you do your regulation. I'm down with the people's money though. Do your regulation. You have your CEX, centralized exchange. For all my boys that still have their DEX, decentralized exchange, I'm still down with you. You can regulate all you want, the rest of the guys. Just go with my DEX guys. We're going to be switching and swapping and doing and trading and selling anyhow. I don't need you guys to be regulated. Simple as that. All right. I mean, this is craziness. So this is just a way for them to have some effed up plan so that they can regulate. And that regulation is part's going to be taxes coming out. Just like how they created this crazy tax system with crypto in the first place. And Janet Yellen talking about unrealized capital gains nonsense. I'm like, stop talking crazy. If you do that, then that means Elon Musk and all these guys, all the top 10 percenters that own 89% of the stock market in a bull run, you're going to have them pay taxes on their stock holdings? I don't think so. You're not going to do that with crypto either. All right. So they're just playing with this, ladies and gentlemen. So we have to get our financial plans in order, the Freedom Papers. Did anybody see the new villas, the Anak villas in Punta Cana? I was waiting to see if Victor Moreau was going to be on tonight because he was going to give us some more of that Puerto Rico love and let us know about El Condado area of Puerto Rico and let us know if it was a worthwhile investment, if the numbers rang out proper. That would have been very, very interesting to know. But anyhow, Anak luxury villas, 3,300 square feet, 3,600 square feet, 4,000 square feet. How much do you think that's costing? That's crazy, right? Ladies and gentlemen, that is so crazy. 549,000 is the cheapest, but I don't see how you get away with that. You're going to have to spend around 600,000 because if you want a gazebo, barbecue grill, or a pool, you're talking 40 G's, 45 G's extra. Want an extra room, 40 some G's. I mean, it's out of control. The point I'm trying to make, though, is anybody hearing me, that's one of the financial plans. You want to be able to have, again, passive income coming from as many sources that you can. One way is to have pre-construction property, lock in prices today. I'm not talking about lock-in prices at 600,000. I'm talking at prices under 200,000 is preferred. Under 250 is okay. Under 300,000, but it has to sleep 10 people or more. If you go between 250 and 300, you got to sleep 10 people minimum. If you want to have passive income of any significance coming in and being able to retain closer. I'm trying to get 20% return on any investment I do, not 10, because 10 is inflation. We're trying to get 20. All right. Make our money back in 5 years or less. That's what we're trying to do. All right. The only way you can do that is one of the ways is debt box node. This is outstanding. Speaking of that, debt box node, that's outstanding. So look who else is in the house tonight. Juvie Lover, welcome to the SSN Nation Wealthy Wednesday live stream. He has the icon naturally because only members of the channel can be in the chat room tonight. And he says, she says, I forget. Hello, beautiful people. Hello to you too. It's very nice to see you once again. Thank you so much for being here. And Ali G as well. Also, DJ Robbie D, Curtis Davis, Mr. Financial, Laverne Penix, Mr. Cool is in the house. It's a family affair. All right. So once again, the FTX fiasco, planned or not, but whatever it was, planned by Bankman to do what he does. Planned now by the federal government to figure out a way to do what they want to do and use these guys as the fall guys on why we need to regulate. But something's weird. The financial crisis happened like 12, 13 years ago. I don't recall these guys doing any serious regulations. Dobbs, Frank Dodds, and then they scaled it back. The banks are still operating even up until this day where they don't even have to have reserves in the bank. They can borrow or lend 100% of your money in a bank. They don't even have no leverage controls. That doesn't sound like regulation to me. I mean, and heaven forbid Wells Fargo goes rogue and they have their workers, their staff signing up people for new checking, savings, and other accounts, and the people didn't even know about it. Does that sound like regulation to you? Doesn't sound like it to me. Does it sound like they're regulating these guys from being able to give somebody like Bankman hundreds of millions of dollars, the SEC of the stock market and the hedge funds? I'm not seeing the regulation like it's working. They're going to lose their money too. I'm sorry. Planned. All right. Looks like George's Charles is in the house. Welcome to the SSN Nation Wealthy Wednesday live stream with the icon next to the name. Thank you so much for being here. Sounds like Bernie Madoff Jr. He's straight up Bernie Madoff Jr. You got that right. Hey, guys. Victor Marrero is here. The Puerto Rican King's in the house. Welcome to the SSN Nation Wednesday night. Wealthy Wednesday night live stream, and he has the icon next to his name, and he brings one of two taglines. Hello all, let's do this. That's what we're trying to do. And thank you so much for being here, Victor Marrero, George's Charles, because Victor Marrero, I was just talking about you a little bit ago. I was like, hey, we're trying to get our own financial plans together, and Victor Marrero's over in the PR, Puerto Rico, trying to buy potentially a condo, checking it out in the area, seeing if he can find something worthwhile to rent out and receive some more passive income. In case you don't understand, I got to brag a little bit. The man has done fantastic. He has rental properties. He has vacation rental properties, which I always love myself. And the vacation rental property, 5 figures monthly. 10,000 is 5 figures. More than that and it's his properties in Orlando, and unbelievably, I don't know the rental rate over the whole year, but earlier in the year, it was like 94% rented. And ladies and gentlemen, this isn't $50 a month. I mean, $50 a night neither. This is not 100. This is not 150. No, it's higher than that. Sometimes 400 a night, sometimes 500 a night, sometimes 200 a night. I think the lowest is 250 or something, but that's weird. But generally $500-$600 per night for his property. And that results into 90% to 95% occupancy earlier in the year for like 6, 7, 8 months. And that meant, just so you guys understand, $13,000, $14,000, $15,000, $16,000 profit per month. And he got in pre-construction, all in 300 G's, a little under, but 300 G's for all intents and purposes. If you're going to make $120,000, $130,000, $100,000 a year, ladies and gentlemen, does the man really have to do anything else? Yes, he does. You need another stream of income because you never know what's going to happen. That's why we're still here, ladies and gentlemen, getting those extra streams of income, stair-stepping. This is why he's in Puerto Rico right now. So, Victor Marrero, let me know if you found anything in El Condado. Let me know if that place you found, does the numbers make sense? Tell us what the numbers are. Does it make sense? Because, again, he has other motivations besides investment monies. Because everybody who invests is always different. Some people would say, hey, why is he getting that when he could have gotten that? There's a reason. In his case, I'll give a little background. He says that he wants to be near his family. His parents are getting a little older, so wants to be near them. So he may not be looking at it as the best deal. He's looking at it as the best deal for being closest to the family first. That may be number one priority. So he'll say, well, I make all this other from my other investments, I make that. So I don't have to be aggressive. I'll just take 5 to 7 or 8 or 10% and call it a day because it's in the location I need to be in. So all investors, you have to realize what you think is not what another person may think. It's always up to you as an investor. Do your own due diligence for everything you put your money into. So when you're like Kevin O'Leary, BlackRock, Sequoia, the pension fund in Canada, and you don't actually go find out what this guy's companies are worth, you didn't send down your accountants and all these guys, I'm questioning. I'm now I'm now questioning Kevin O'Leary, the shark. I'm like, wait, hold on. How are you? When you're on Shark Tank, the first thing you ask is, how much money are you making? That's the first thing you ask. Second thing you ask after the show is over, you're sitting there going, okay, you said you made $5 million. Let me go, where's this at? Let me see the accounting. Let me see your tax receipts. Let me see what's going on. You just don't roll up there and go, oh yeah, here's your $5 million or whatever you were buying his company for. So how is it that you're just all good, just giving money to Bankman and his companies? You didn't check? I'm just like, this is kind of crazy. So with all the planning for the FTX fiasco, there's a lot of people that enabled this situation. More than enough. All right. Well, Victor Marrero, hopefully everything is going well in PR. Hopefully it's all going well. Let me know, though, if you're going to let us in on some of the tidbits, because it's been 2 days. So hopefully, I know you're an investor. You know the numbers. You know how to do it. So I want to hear how you figured this out. If you're going to go for it, or if you're going to determine I can't spend that amount, or you're going to say I can spend that amount and I'm happy. So let me know which one it is for you, because that would be pretty awesome. Now, I want to say something else, because we're trying to get our freedom papers. Congratulations to everybody that owns inside Vistacana. Once again, you guys already know I've already been saying congratulations. But with the new property at Anok, and there's some more. I'm going to be dropping a real estate video for the next 3 days for Punta Cana. They are building villas, and these villas are costing, this latest ones are $545 to on up in Vistacana. By the time you're done, most people are spending over $600,000. Now, these are huge. 4,000 square feet, 3,600 square feet, 3,400 square feet. Those are huge. But the previous villas, all in the place, they're all worth a lot more money, and they have sales already done, 6, 7, 8 sales. So all these guys have increased the value of villas within Vistacana. Now, hear me out. This is a 3 and 4 bedrooms, depending on if you want to pay an extra $45,000 to add the 4th bedroom, right? Now, the thing about this, though, that increases the value within a certain radius of all villas, even though they're not inside Vistacana. Whoever is bordering you, therefore, their rent, their real estate values could all rise as well. Some people did not buy a 3,000, 3,500, 4,000 square foot villa. They bought 1,500 square foot villas, 1,800 square foot villas. That's not the thing. The thing is, how much is it per square feet? Square meters in this case. So if I'm able to sell a 3,400 square foot place for $640,000, that's 200 or 180 square meter, $180 per square meter. Now, all of a sudden, if I own a 2,000 square foot house that I bought for $175,000, that thing's now going to be worth over $300,000 if we're in the same quarter mile, something like that. So that's why this is significant. And then once we're in the same quarter mile, it spreads like contagion, just like the FTX fiasco. Because now my house, I sell it for my 340 or 320. That means now that sets the tone for everybody in the neighborhood. Everybody's house is almost double. Now the second one happens. Now it's in stone. The next one comes because the next person sells, oh, I'm going to raise mine 10,000 more, 15,000 more. Contagion keeps going because you start moving around. And next thing you know, you went, instead of a quarter mile away, you're a half a mile away, and a whole big radius starts happening. And now all of a sudden, everybody's property value starts skyrocketing. So everybody's property values inside Vistacana is rising due to the new properties. And oh, by the way, I just got great news from Nadine. She's a member here. She's not with us tonight, apparently. She may be listening. Unbelievably, I don't know the prices, but Sabana, they just started condos at Sabana or townhomes. I don't know which one it is, but there's condos or townhomes at Sabana and Vista Cana. I don't know how much they are because Vista Cana's the Sabana was 235, 250,000, something like that. Well, they're over 400,000 now. Sabana with the Equestrian Center. Just letting you know. I mean, it's pretty awesome. So they're pretty sweet. I don't have a price, but 92 square meters, 58 square meters, terrace and balcony. They're pretty sweet, ladies and gentlemen. In fact, I might be able to show. Oh, I can't. Damn it. Didn't send them as a attachment. So I can't open them up for you. Sorry, I was about to show you, but not today. I also don't have prices. But outside of the gates, outside is where these are going to be. They are pretty nice. They're townhouses, pools, and gardens. That's where they're at. So Sabana, they're doing big things. And oh, by the way, their extensions at Alnock, they're trying to do like 12 to 14 month turnaround time, building in 14 months. That's crazy. That's crazy. So that's pretty sweet, ladies and gentlemen. Here we go. Let's see. Victor Marrero, he does a thing on the condo. I am waiting for my friend to give me a final number. My sweet spot is 225 max. In order to work the Airbnb, I won't make a final offer until I get the final decision. Okay, Victor Marrero, enlighten us a little bit more because you can help people learn if they're in the Airbnb or short-term vacation rental plan. Is this the one in El Condado that we're talking about? The same one, right? That right up the street from the beach, I believe. And it's a studio? It's a studio, right? If I'm not mistaken. Well, it's huge. It's like 600 or 700 square feet. It's pretty big. Just so you know, in America, an apartment is usually 500 square feet. A one bedroom is 500, 550 square feet. Generally, a luxury one bedroom would be 600, 700 square feet. This unit, if it's the same one that I can remember, was around 650 to 700 square feet, but it's a studio. That was the wildest thing. That is huge, ladies and gentlemen. 30 by 20. That's pretty big. That's 600 square feet. That's huge in itself. So somebody's saying I have a studio. Now, in order to make the numbers work, the reason why he's saying 225, it depends on what are we trying to do here, Victor Marrero? Are we trying to get 10%? Is that what our number is? Because if our number is 10%, that's a whole nother thing. That means we need to do 22,000. Well, gross, we can do it, or 22,000 profit. That means we have to do a little under $2,000 per month or at $2,000 per month to get to 24. So how do we get that number? Well, either we have to rent for 75 a night, 100 a night, 150 a night. Well, the tail is in the tape. You have to go to Airbnb, do research, or VRBO, do research, or Google online and see how much it costs in that area for the hotel rooms. Because you could charge more than the hotel rooms, especially if you have a condo with the full kitchen. You could, but it all depends also on what your other owners are renting theirs for. So again, if you want to do your financial plans, now's the time to do it. You want to buy when there's blood in the streets. That's now. Stocks, homes, do not buy. Those are actually not assets unless you buy right. We're going to buy right next year. Buy a home 2023, second half, meaning after June and on. Then you can consider. Right now, you get your ducks in a row with the credit because the interest rates are going to be high. But they're going to start coming down next year, all right? They're going to be aggressive. They can't leave their boys out here hanging. What I mean is the Federal Reserve is not going to leave their boys hanging. All right. Well, Victor Marrero, let me know what your sweet spot is. I mean, are you trying to do 10%? What are you trying to do? In fact, I might even go to that in a little bit. But here's what I want to do. Because, again, the cash flow NFT, we have our group economics. I mentioned that. But I'm going to play the cash flow NFT video. And we're 1 hour and 30 minutes in. Please smash the like button. And remember, you can always sign up for free for the cash flow NFT to become an affiliate. You can refer other people and they give you 10%. So if somebody else buys the NFT, you get $500. You do that 10 times, you can buy yourself an NFT. Or you don't want to buy an NFT and just want to earn the $500. That's fair enough too. You can become a free affiliate with them. The link is down below under Miracle Cash and More. All right, that's the first thing. Now, I'm going to play this video for Miracle Cash and More, but guess what? There's a number 2. We want our financial plans. We want our financial freedom. Get your Robinhood and Webull free shares of stock. Use the link down below if you don't know what I'm talking about. Those are platforms that, oh, by the way, FTX invested about 7.8%, owns 7.8 or 7 whatever percent of Robinhood. Now that he's filed bankruptcy, I don't know what that actually means. Does that mean they're going to sell their stake in order to claw back or get some monies? That's probably what's going to end up happening, right? It's probably under Alameda Research or FTX Ventures, whatever the case may be. So that's where the fiasco is coming. So let's get to this first cash flow NFT. I like this commercial, but our other one, I have something to talk about, and that's not really the financial plans I was getting into, but the real estate is, and we'll see if Victor Marrero can give us what that sweet spot looks like. And we have Andy Ortiz is in the house. Welcome to the SSN Nation Wealthy Wednesday live stream. Thank you so much for being here with the icon next to your name. And he says, yo, what's up, Eric? What's up, Andy O? Very, very happy to see you once again. And thank you so much for your support, everybody, with the icons. But let me know if you guys saw the YouTube trailer and received the notifications. Also, if you can't get in the chat room, it's only because you're not a member. You have to hit that $sign if you're on your phone. That's how you become a member of the channel. You have special emojis. You have special messages on the community tab specifically for you. I give 1 or 2 videos specifically for members of the channel under the community tab. So that's some of the perks. Sometimes discount gear, which, by the way, members, you guys are going to have some discount gear offers. All right, for the CEO of my life, the emerging millionaires, hard work, no fear, no excuses, nobody's coming to save you, all of that. All right, well, Andy O, let me know how you've been, man. I appreciate you being here. Thank you so much once again. Now, let's get into one of the big time. This is number 1 business opportunity. We have 2 of them. We have 3 of them when you include SSN Lifestyle, but the number 1 and number 2, because these are going to generate income passively, a one-time investment, you're done. That's it. Check this out. This is exciting. Get your pen, pad, and paper ready, because if you don't know about this, it's down below, Miracle Cash and More. And we have our group economic plan. So when you see the cash flow NFT 5,000, you can get in. We're up to $2,500 with $2,500 to go. Whatever amount you put in, percentage-wise, you contribute, that's the percentage you're going to get. And the payout is every 3 months. Every quarter is when they pay out the profits from Miracle Cash and More ecosystem. All right. But check out their ecosystem, you guys. This is kind of exciting. I know the numbers are kind of crazy. So this is just a disclaimer. Only put in what you can afford to lose, no matter what you do in crypto or any investment. All right. Here we go.
If there was a way you could have partnered with Elon Musk before Tesla, before the Model S, before SpaceX, and before Elon became the world's richest man, would you at least have wanted to know how? If there was a way you could have partnered with Jeff Bezos when he was planning Amazon.com and it could have made you a fortune, would you at least have wanted to know about it? Well, what if there was a fintech company today that is about to capture major market share worldwide, where millions of people will be using its breakthrough technology and you could make an absolute fortune? Would you at least want to know about it? At the same time that we are experiencing record inflation, gas prices through the roof and headed towards a recession, The move towards crypto adoption worldwide is picking up pace, and the evidence is all around us. Big names and big money players are jumping in the game like crazy. The Staples Center, where the LA Lakers play, is now the Crypto.com Center. The Super Bowl, the most expensive commercial time on television, featured 6 cryptocurrency ads. Tom Brady, Matt Damon, LeBron James, and Larry David all made appearances in them. Facebook changed its name from Facebook to Meta. The rapper Eminem bought a Bored Ape, an NFT, for $450,000. Warren Buffett invested over $1 billion in a Brazilian crypto bank. Coinbase bought Bitcoin Turkey for $3.2 billion. You know what they say, success leaves clues. Whenever there is economic change in the marketplace, there are economic winners and there are economic losers. It just depends on what side of the equation you end up on. They also say that timing is everything. How would you like to get in on the next big thing? Are you ready for a miracle? How would you like to own a piece of Miracle Cash and More? The first to market brick and mortar crypto stores, crypto on the street, with stores in every major city all over the world. Unlike the faceless online competitors that have no phone number to call, no physical address, and no one to talk to. Miracle Cash and More stores are fully regulated, licensed, and our wallets are insured by Fireblocks. At Miracle Cash and More, we own our own cryptocurrency exchange. We own our own stablecoin. We own our own ATMs. We own our own merchant terminals. And guess what? We get paid on every single transaction. The secret, if you want to call it a secret, is to get involved before the whole world knows about it. Position yourself in front of the masses before the masses react. Here's the current offering. There are only 1,488 shares of the Master Franchise Agreement for all of the United Kingdom. Each share is projected to profit over $100,000 in year 1, $200,000 in year 2, $400,000 in year 3, and $900,000 in year 4. We have an exit strategy that projects a payout of over $10 million per share. And what does that cost to you? A one and done payment of just $5,000. And of course, you can buy as many shares as are still available. Now the question is, do you at least want to know how? I sincerely hope so, because the best is yet to come.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, there you go. The best is yet to come, because this is for the United Kingdom. They haven't even started yet. This is laying the groundwork where you get in early. You get your NFT now. There's only 1,488, but actually there's not. There's less than 500. It's in the 400s are left right now. They've already sold almost 1,000 of these NFTs. So that gives you an idea right there. So stores, ATM machines, merchant accounts, point of sale machines, all the transaction fees at the store shared with NFT holders. This is awesome. All right, let's see what else we got going on here. Andy Ortiz, yes, I've been okay. My crypto got locked up on Voyager. Yeah, I already knew that. Once again, this should be a teachable moment for everybody. No longer keep your money on exchanges. Take them all off. Don't go for any of the 2%, 5%, 8%, 10%. It's not even worth it anymore because it's all high risk. It's all leveraging. They're not doing anything to generate money other than their exchange transaction fees. So they can't pay millions of people 8%, 10% when they're doing $5 billion a day, for instance, in transactions. All right. That means they would have to get at least well, if they're going to pay you 8% over the course of a year or the course of a month or whatever they're trying to do, that means you just got to do the 8% times that number of 5 billion, which is what FTX was doing a day in transactions. Because otherwise, all the rest of the money's leverage. So from their transactions, if they drop down to 1 million transactions, clearly they're not going to make enough to cover that percentage that they're paying people from the staking, from the returns. It's just not going to work. So that's why all these exchanges pretty much are illiquid. So, yeah, sorry to hear that. I can't remember. I didn't have that much on there because remember, I was getting rid of my stuff. I switched it all over to Celsius. Not all, but some of it. And then I withdrew from Celsius simply because I got upset with them about some of their nonsense they were doing. This is well before they went collapsed. And then that's when I told everybody I took it out, but I still had a little bit of, in fact, it wasn't a lot, but I still had stuff at Celsius because they wouldn't let me withdraw. This is long before anything happened. And it wasn't because of that. They gave me one of their in-house tokens, several of them, to offset another token. And I'm not talking about the sell token. And I couldn't withdraw it. They kept saying, "Oh, I'm sorry, you can't take this money out," like it was locked up. So that's still in there, gone with them. The only people that seem to be unscathed here is Nexo. They're still okay because I haven't heard anything about Nexo. But the other guys, though, in case you're here for the crypto, BlockFi reportedly mulling over bankruptcy. Salt pauses withdrawals and deposits. And there's more. Genesis Global halts withdrawals. They're calling it because of unprecedented market turmoil. So this is all these companies, in case you missed it earlier, the contagion is happening with the FTX. All right. They're taking down a lot of people because they had so many. All right. Obsidian Lion, the code keeper. Welcome to the SSN Nation Wealthy Wednesday live stream. Thank you so much for being here with the icon next to your name. Very, very happy to see you once again. Says hello. Hello to you too. Hopefully all has been going well during this bear market, during this FTX contagion. Let me know if you're doing fine. Victor Morrell says, yes, it's a huge studio and it includes, okay, so it is the one. A complete kitchen, a walk-in closet. So he knows the numbers, ladies and gentlemen. This is what we need to know. 70% occupancy, $125 a night, $2,400 a month. Take 20% maintenance expenses, leaving you approximately $2K a month, $24K. Yep. So he's at his 10% number. So actually, that's a good number to be at. He's not fudging any numbers so far. 20%. The only question I have, you're using 20% maintenance and expenses. So what? You don't have a management, or what's the deal with that? Because management would be well more than 20 normally. I don't know what it is in Puerto Rico, though. But let me know. Because 10%, I'm pretty sure he'll live with that. Why, ladies and gentlemen? Because he's only interested in 10%. So, but he's got to buy it at 225. That's the thing right there. I believe it was wasn't it more than 225? A little bit, not much. But if your friend does give it to you for 225, then it's a wrap for you because he has other revenues coming in, ladies and gentlemen, to pay for this. That's the beauty of this whole thing. But that also means something else, Victor Morrell. That means you're going to be paying cash for something then. That's what this is going to mean, because you're not going to be able to have a loan on this, and then your Galaxy comes out a year or two from now. They're going to start going, well, wait a minute, hold on a second. But anyhow, I think you can get to 225 if I'm not mistaken. In fact, we might even go look at it just so everybody can understand. Eric is always plugged in. Thank you so much, Andy O's friends. Their friends spoke to the other Airbnb owners in the area, and they said 125 a night is very doable, as that's their average. Good. Also spoke to some tourists leaving the building. They all loved the location and amenities. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, you see what he's doing. You see what he's doing. He's doing his due diligence. He's there on the ground. He's talking to people. He's going up and down elevators when they're going up and down. Hey, what do you think about living here? Finding the tourists in the area, walking on the street. This is what you do when you buy real estate, especially when you're doing a rental property. All right. And therefore, this is why that rental property or condo for sale, this is why the condo has a value. So if the guy said he's trying to sell his condo, for instance, for $450,000, double the price, a REIT guy might come in and buy it because it returns 5%, right? But an individual is going to go, well, I'm not going to buy that because it doesn't make sense for me from an investor standpoint. So that's the differences. No, keep in mind, he's on the ground. He's handling. He's talking to people. He's not being shy about his money he's about to spend if this goes down. And he has it locked in with his 10% being the perfect number. And he has other passive income coming in. So it all pays for itself. And you stack it that way. That's beautiful. All right. Why not just do it all in the same country? Is there a risk with multiple countries? Puerto Rico is USA, first of all. Plus, his family lives there. So that might be one of the reasons he doesn't have to get a management company, maybe. So there's no risk. That's USA. So, no, it's just like owning a property all over, you know, just like when people see the high profile stars they own at Lake Como in Italy, right? And then another guy, they own another property in Hawaii. Then they own another property in LA. Then they own, you know, no big deal. Own another property in Mexico. It's just property. It doesn't really matter where it is. Think about this. George Charles, if you live in the United States and you have property in a different state, what's the difference? Does it really matter if you live 1,000 miles away, 5,000 miles away, if you already have a property manager and you don't even go to the property to manage it? Now, if you're going to the property to manage it, like a lot of people do, then you're only going to stay in your local area. But if you don't mind and you have a management company, then it doesn't really matter where you are on the planet. And one of the reasons why I've always loved Airbnb, even though I have seen the YouTubers popping up talking about Airbnb is fini, over. They're saying it's over. Okay. I don't know how they're claiming over. They might have reduced fees. They might be losing a little, but they don't really do anything. Their platform sits there to allow other hosts to offer their units for rent. So therefore, it's not really up to them, but every time there's a transaction, they get a transaction fee. That's all they care about. So their revenues can go down, but they're still going to be doing thousands of rentals per day. They may not make billions like they want, but they're still going to make a billion like they want. So all I'm saying is they have different platforms all over the world. Now, granted, some that they're not all under the USA banner. So the USA company could make X amount. The Mexican branch can make another. The Puerto Rico, which is actually part of the US, but we'll go over to the Dominican Republic, could be another. They could have them all separated. So we don't know their status, but that doesn't necessarily mean, I don't know why people keep saying it's over for them. I realize there's competition. I realize hotels and all those are now on Airbnb and things like that. I understand that, but I don't see how they go away. People, they built their brand and maybe their stocks are going to drop at this point because they're not going to have the revenues because of all the other vacation rental platforms that have shown up. But nonetheless, they're still top dogs. All right. Well, here we go. 1 hour, 49 minutes in. Please smash the like button, ladies and gentlemen. And you want to find out about the FTX Fiasco plan? Well, if you joined us late, you're going to have to go back to the beginning. I talked about their holding companies. We talked about other like Genesis holding up withdrawals. Not that it has anything to do with FTX, but I'm just saying there's a contagion situation. There's a allergic reaction going on. There's too many people with their hands in the fire. There's too many companies that Fried was trying to buy and did infiltrate. They're all going to be affected. There's a lot of companies that put their money on his exchange. And since that's gone, their money's gone. So therefore, what are they going to do? And some of those companies were crypto companies, because remember, if you have an exchange, sometimes these exchanges, which I'm pretty sure the geek was smart, he probably told them, hey, I need X amount of your tokens so we can actually have promotions and give out to other people. So even though they gave them the tokens can't be spent. That's what you want. You need somebody to buy them to increase the value. So therefore, can't be spent, gone. That's not good. So all I'm saying is he affected way more than what people are going to give him credit for. It's a Madoff Jr. He's actually worse than Madoff, I believe, simply by the reach in all countries and with investment capital. Hundreds of millions and billions of dollars was borrowed. Not that he borrowed against his company, but seed rounds to fund his startup companies. Billions. That money from the investors, gone. The money that people put on his exchanges in each country could potentially be gone. I mean, this is crazy. Billions with a B, capital B. All right. Let's see. Just do it in the same as yeah. Once you get up to a certain number, speaking of real estate, it doesn't make much sense to go outside, in my opinion. I've said this before. If you get up to a number where you're sitting there saying, okay, I'm going to go buy a vacation rental property for 500 G's. Well, if you're going to do a vacation rental for 500 G's, you might as well have just bought a vacation rental in the United States or up near where you live. You might as well, because you can buy a home at that price point almost anywhere in America, even California, ladies and gentlemen. So it makes no sense when you get to a certain number. But when you stay under, remember, I always feel you stay under 250 and the numbers, because that doesn't cost you too much. You can get to 25,000. You can get to 30,000 a year on that price point. But when you start going over 300 and you're trying to do vacation rentals, now you have to be more discreet, because you're going to definitely need to know what you realistically are going to be able to rent it for. So if you bought the same unit for 350 and somebody says, okay, we're going to net 24,000 a year, I'm looking at you like, why bother? Seriously. I'm like, that's not even like 6-7% on my money. I could just put in the stock market and get 6-7% on my money. I mean, and actually, I don't even need to put that. I don't have that liquid, but all I'm saying is I don't even need all that if I'm spending 350, right? But I'm actually getting a loan. But what I'm trying to get at is I could put in 60, 70,000 in the stock market and get 3 times that return. I can get up to 18%, 17%, at least double on the same money that I was going to put in anyhow. So that doesn't even make any sense for me, in my opinion, anyhow. Especially if I'm getting put in 60,000, I'm getting 12. I mean, 60,000, I'm getting 10. So you get 10 more than me, but you got to buy something for 3 something. That's crazy. Doesn't make sense. So though you have to realize the cutoffs. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're 1 hour, 54 minutes in. Please smash the like button. And everybody who's still here, debt box nodes. I'm going to play this not knowing what's going to actually happen. All right. The guys are in Ghana, the debt box node. This is licenses backed by oil, gold, natural gas, grow, agriculture. They're buying acres in Ghana. I saw the CEO. I'll be making another video using their videos where the CEO is talking and walking down the street with Travis Flaherty, who's in this also. And they're talking about, oh, it's awesome. Agriculture, gold, silver, all in Ghana from the satellite, adding acres, adding thousands of jobs. Unbelievable. But the only video I have right now, well, I can get the other one too, but I'm going to play a little bit of this. I didn't watch it, unfortunately. So I don't really know. They do an intro. I do know that. I'm going to skip the intro. Whoa, where's this at? Ghana. Okay. I'm going to skip the intro. All right. So let's see how I'm going to do this here. Okay. Let me, is this bigger? Okay. That's bigger. You guys can see the name so you can actually search it. So let's see how I'm going to do this here. I'll do it like this. And let's see if you guys can hear this.
Have a fair idea of details of the programs and why specifically they even choose to be in Ghana. So let me start from the right, obviously. And let me start.
Fantastic, Ruben. Thank you for having us here today.
How has been your stay here in Ghana?
It has been outstanding. The people are lovely, just wonderful.
Touchdown.
We touched down
Okay,
on.
do you guys hear this at all?
Sunday
Make
night.
sure. Let me know if
Let me ask Paul the same question. How has Ghana been so far?
Wonderful. It's been great to be here. It's my first time, and I'm really enjoying it.
Enjoying it. Okay, so let's start straight away from why you are here, why we are here. What is IX Global? What are we talking about?
So IX Global is a community of minded digital entrepreneurs from around the globe. We work with people in every country, really anywhere that you can have a cell phone or an internet connection, you can work with us. And what we're doing is we're gathering these people around the concept of innovate, impact, and inspire. And what this does is it gives us an ability to allow people to change their lives by bettering themselves and bettering their financial situation.
Let me ask Travis the same question. Maybe he also take it from a different perspective.
Yeah, I'm all about teaching people the power of entrepreneurship. They made a living on their skills, right? They were butchers, they were farmers, they were, they use their talents and their skill sets to be able to go out and make a living. And what's happened over time is we become more dependent rather than independent, right? We seek employment rather than looking for opportunity. And so what we do is we give people an opportunity through the power of to take back that control, to be able to have a certain level of independence and to be able to support their families. And that's what IX Global is doing.
How long have you been in existence?
IX Global has been around for 2.5 years. We're just been here into actual reason for God called the box, who are also here. The debt box. So you can see have them here. Okay. There are country where
Okay. Travis, connection game.
Of the population has a cryptocurrency wallet. The challenge is that cryptocurrency is volatile. It's very speculative. There's a lot of hype involved. And what I mean by that is a true asset should not fluctuate. If you go back and look at this last bull run, you had a lot of projects that really had no purpose. We call it utility. They had no utility backing them. And so you see this tremendous, lows and highs. And so what we're doing is we're replacing that true real world projects with commodities that are in high demand. Things like oil, things like gold, things like aluminum that allow us to be able to potentially reduce that volatility.
So we are very much aware of your program. It's on the 18th, right?
Yes.
Can you throw a bit light on it?
So the program that we have coming is a place where everybody here, they can come from Ghana to meet us, so I'm part of the corporate team. I'm the president of IX Global. Travis is one of our top sales leaders who sells more than anybody else. He's the guy you want to come learn from over here. And you're going to be able to meet us and many of the other leaders on the 18th. So please come see us, come meet with us. We'd love to meet you and to teach you more about what we're doing and see if this is the correct fit for you.
Sure. What should we expect from you on the day?
For me, it's about, Friday's going to give people an opportunity to be able to come and look us in the eye.
Let me give our viewers a fair idea of when it's happening. It's happening at the Tomrec Hotel at 6 p.m. On Friday, Accra, here, Ghana, and we are fortunate to have them who'll be giving us a fair idea of what you've heard. Just to give you a fair idea of what you should be expecting from Tomrec Hotel, and you definitely expecting. What would you tell our viewer who is watching us right now and why they should be there?
Listen, this is an opportunity for you to be able to change your life, to be able to do the things that you want to do rather than the things that you have to do. There's been a lot of opportunities that have come to Ghana before that have overpromised and under-delivered. One of the beautiful things about our project, the Debt Box and IX Global is that we are rooted here in Ghana. Our projects alone help employ over 10,000 people here in Ghana. We're working very closely with the Ghanaian government on a lot of our projects. And so for us, this is more than just a business opportunity. This is about empowering people here in Ghana to be able to have better lives. And on Friday, we're going to give you an opportunity to really see what that is all about.
So I think the timing is very right, because if you look at how the youth are anxious in getting something to do, this is a project that they'll be very much want to involve in. So finally, from you as well, what should we expect from you on the day?
So basically, for me, and say Travis says it better than anybody else. I can't really add too much to what he has to say there, except that getting involved with IX Global is investing in Ghana. And I can't say that really about any of the other countries we work with. It's great, and we love, and we're helping people all over the world. But specifically here in Ghana, getting involved with IX Global is blessing yourself, it's blessing your family, and it's blessing the country that you're from. So please come find out about what we're all about.
So come find out about Global. My name is Ruben, to you from our base, Paul, and then Travis. So see you at Tomrec Hotel. You have a nice day.
That was a short one, nothing extravagant there. They were just talking about the promotion. Apparently, they're over there promoting their IX Global portion because you can earn residual income, because they too have a platform where you can refer other people to buy these licenses. And by buying the licenses, they give out commissions, and they have an actual binary structure if you're familiar with network marketing. So therefore, that's an option. That's IX Global. These licenses cost right now, the grow license that they're referring to, that agriculture is with the grow license, that's actually $2,500. The XPLR, which can find, that's a scanner system that can find the oil, the natural gas, the gold, the silver, the platinum, the rhodium, all that underground from space. That license is $2,250 right now. It was $1,500 just a week ago. Now it's $2,250 because it's very, very popular. And then there's an aluminum that's also 2,250. And then they have natural gas, which now in 2 days is going to be $7,500. That's crazy. You earn rewards every day. You can search the channel for the debt box node. I have videos on it, and you earn rewards every day. In my opinion, XPLR is the number one. The grow, what they're doing over in Ghana, that's significant. I should play that video where the one of the founders talks about it, because it's inspiring. Actually, it's pretty awesome. All right, Obsidian Lion, the code keeper. He says, I have a buddy who deposits his payroll checks in his business account. Is that bad practice? Well, it's not. I don't. Okay, I'll put it this way: consult an accountant. Consult a CPA. Now, with that said, I wouldn't do it that way. Because again, if your company comes along, you're funding your company, which by rights, it depends. If this is a new company, you might be able to get away with that, but I wouldn't use that as normal practice and procedures, because you're a different individual. So as an individual, you should take the money out yourself, and then you have to write in why you're giving your company some money. So what I mean by that is it a loan? Is it a part of a contribution, so that for a percentage of the company? I mean, there's got to be a reason. So what I'm trying to get at is, remember, everybody, a company is just like another person. So if you have your check going to the other person's place, that's similar to the same thing. You wouldn't have your check or your money being automatically sent to another person, generally. In fact, you're not. But in this case, the guy's sending it to his, because the routing number and all that going into his business. I would not recommend that. I would have to keep it separate, because if anything ever happens in the long run, once again, that corporate veil, they puncture that, then all your assets are under not under protection. So I would always separate it personally. And so I'm either giving the company a loan. You got to write it up, however, but or it's for part ownership. You got to come up with, it has to be for something, just like an individual. So I would say, for me, it's bad practice. I wouldn't do that. I'm just telling you straight out, I wouldn't do it. You could do it and get away with it, but like I said, if you ever get in a lawsuit, that's going to be considered you as one, because they're going to say, look, he's having his money come into the account every month, every week, whatever. That means it's not a separate entity. You always got to you got to write it down too, why you're giving money. I'm loaning the company money. Okay, you can do that, but I wouldn't do a direct deposit on it. Again, CPA needed. It's not something I would do. In fact, that's so common, I'm sure. I'm going to put this in there. And I'm pretty sure people have asked this before, but I wouldn't do it. Okay, here we go. Up, counsel. People have asked this before. I'm going to show you guys something. See? And a funny thing happens along the way. Check this out. What do you guys think the answer is? Or what do you think Up Counsel said? I'm going to show you what Up Counsel said. He's going to agree with me. Yeah, you'll see. I'm going to show you. I just Googled, and it's because people have asked this before. And again, I go with do not do it. But here we go. I'll show you guys what it says here. Let's see what's going on. Oh, Wait, where's the screen at? Screen didn't pop up. We have gremlins in the system tonight. Okay, here we go. Here's the answer for you. Okay, he's saying the same thing I'm saying, and this is the up council. So we're all on the same page. You guys can see it for yourself. In case people are on podcasts, even if you operate a sole proprietorship, it's important to keep your personal funds separate from your business finances to avoid co-mingling issues. That's what I'm saying. Here we go. In bold, a better option would be to deposit a check that has been personally made out to you into your personal checking account. So, again, I agree with this 100%. This guy right here says, okay, especially with employees, should consider setting up direct. Oh, that's direct deposit. That's not going to be it. A deposit. How do I deposit check? Okay. Nonetheless, this is the situation. Just what he's saying. I don't want to put my money in to my business coming out of my personal working environment, and then call that direct deposit. It's going to create an issue down the line. Commingling issues. One thing. Second thing, they pierce your corporate veil if there's ever a lawsuit. So I wouldn't do it. A better option would be to deposit a check that has been personally made out to you into your personal checking account. Exactly. All right. Do not deposit personal check into business account, and I wouldn't advise depositing a personal payroll direct deposit into a business account either. We're going to have to figure out, you're going to have to call it something else. All right. Hopefully that helps you, Obsidian. Not only did I say so, but we went to some of the little council stuff, and they say so as well. It's not recommended, I'm telling you. You're going to find yourselves, people have found themselves in bad positions simply because it seems like it doesn't matter, right? Innocuous, no big deal. Next thing they know, they get sued, and the first thing they're trying to do is, oh, they got a nice house or whatever assets they're looking at. And then they go, oh, well, then this is how we're going to get it. We can pierce the corporate veil because they're commingling funds. That means he's all one company, whether it's personal or business. So keep that in mind. All right. Hopefully that helps. Thanks, Eric. All right. No problem, man. You know that's what I'm here for. Thanks. That helps a lot, Eric. All right. Glad to hear it, man. Yeah, your friend should stop doing that immediately. He shouldn't be doing that, because any money that you give your company personally, if your company's not making profits, it has to be slated for something. Like I said, most obvious would be a loan scenario. Reason why I say a loan scenario is I'll give you a reason. I mean, it doesn't have to be a loan, but all I'm saying is a loan scenario means, picture it this way. The business, depending on how it's structured, a lot of people have LLCs, so it's a pass-through. But if you loan your company money, and let's just say you loan $10,000, now profits start coming in. You can now say, I'm paying back Eric the loan that he gave the company. Company's tax exposure gets reduced. My taxes get reduced as well, because you're not giving me a salary. Oh, I'm giving you the big boy stuff, ladies and gentlemen, because executives of companies like Victor Marrero will vouch for this. The executives like at JP Morgan or bank institutions, or even on regular companies that are private, they will not disclose the information from the executive higher ups, because the higher ups, even though they get paid a lot of money, the reason why they have their tax burden smaller is because they're doing loans to the company, and then they pay them back. So it appears that's not salary. So they have less tax exposure. And that's why they never want to show their actual full salaries and everything, because generally then you'll see, oh, what do you mean they gave a loan to him? He got a loan. So all I'm saying is that's the big boy way to do it. So I give you a loan as the company, you pay me back, and yeah, it's my own 10 G's, but it doesn't matter. I can charge you 5%. We're separate entities. I'm charging you 10%, 8%. All right, pay me back. And then since I'm owner of the company, I'm still could have another salary position or a salary position in the first place. We're all separate. So me, I can give my company a loan, just like I can give you a loan. Secondly, the company can pay me a salary. There's a couple ways you can do all of this. So your salary could offset the loan and just call it I'm paying back the loan. And then it's like 10 G's anyhow. I get that back. Then you can give me salary. Now my 10,000 is not taxable again, and then start my salary so I can get an extra 10. So I mean, either way, you got options, several options. All right. That's why here you guys get to learn about some things short, like just like that. What he asked, a lot of people are doing. They don't think about not commingling. That's the worst nightmare, when a person says they're getting sued and you're that person that's getting sued and have an LLC, and then your lawyers, they're gonna, the first thing they're going to say is, where's your company located? And then if you say it's at my house, that's their first like, oh. Then they're going to say, okay, what type of arrangement is it? LLC, corporation, what? S corp. And then you go, well, whatever you say, all good. LLC, S corp, C corp, whatever. No problems. Next thing you go, okay, so does the company make money? You go, yeah, the company makes profits. And oh, by the way, I have my payroll check at my job going into the business account. He's going to go, no. Oh, no. He's going to shake his head because he knows what's coming next. He knows once they have to turn over that disclosure of the finances and the bank statements, they're going to be going, where's this? What's this direct deposit every month? And then you're going to have to say, it's my personal payroll check from my job. And that's when it's a wrap. And if you have any assets around, they're all exposed. So again, don't do it. Don't even think about it. Keep it separate. And if you want to give money into and out of, you have to write yourself a check, designate distribution if your corporation set up that way, or it's a salary, whatever. You got to write it out. If you got to pay yourself from your business, and if you're putting money into the business, then you got to designate why you're putting money into the business. And like I say, I automatically in my head I call it loan. Other people might be saying a percentage equity stake in the business or whatever. So you have different ways you can do it. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to wrap this up shortly. 2 hours, 18 minutes. We have our own financial plans. What are they? Buy a house in the second quarter on. Second quarter on, start buying a house. Get your house set up. Redfin, I don't care. Redfin, Zillow, whatever you use, MLS if you have access. Get the square foot pricing right now down. Write it down. Get the home that you're looking for, or 10 of them. Line up 10 of them, because if the price drops 40, 50, 60%, would you be buying? So therefore, a lot of you might be going, well, hell yeah, I can get a $700,000 house for $350. I like that. That's what you should be looking for, waiting for that drop, because they're going to increase the interest rates in a few weeks again. And then they're going to do it the first quarter as well, and probably the second quarter. After the second quarter, no bets on after that. All right. So you're going to have an opportunity to buy homes at rock bottom prices. All right. So that's how you do it. You drop in gems. Thank you so much. Obsidian Line, the Code Keeper. Hey, I appreciate that comment. And so that's what you want to do, ladies and gentlemen. Get your markers, because I guarantee you, don't think that you're smarter than the average bear. You're not going to be able to remember 6 months from now, oh yeah, that house over there was 700,000 and now it's 400,000, and you're going to remember that. You're not going to be remembering that. All right. It's not going to be that serious unless it's just one house. But that one house might not be for sale. That's why I say pick 10 at least. Go pick your favorite neighborhoods. Do what you got to do. Say, hey, this is where I always wanted to live. Look at these homes, man. They're too expensive right now. But if they're at half, oh, that would be awesome. That's what you should be looking at. All right. Even I picked mine out, a few. I actually found something that I never normally would even look at. But I was just like, wait, if this does what it's supposed to do, this puts it in a whole different ball game. So I'm just saying that's where you start, ladies and gentlemen, and also rev up your extra streams of revenue coming in. You saw the IX Global. I guess every live stream I want to talk about this now because we're in November. That there's 2 number 1 business opportunities. The other one was the debt box that I just showed you. And that is generating daily rewards, which is daily income. And I'm just happy because we actually started our first group business opportunity was an XPLR node license. Let me see if I can get over here. And I'm going to go see. I showed it on Monday, and it mines every day. Now, there's some people that I got to respond to some people who goes, oh, no, it's not mining. It's not mining. I'm like, okay. They are coming out with their own debt box chain. But right now, if you read the white papers, they're putting in, when people sell their tokens, some of that goes to the EGI pool. That's where the mining is coming from, the EGI pool. And there's millions of people selling all the freaking time, out of control, because some people are getting 1,000 a week, 5,000 a week, things like that. Victor Morel's about to share some inside secret. Well, it's not really secrets, but it's because it's cool. Check this out. Obsidian Lion, their code keeper. Check this out. Top executives don't only receive higher salaries, but also restrictive stock units and additional incentive compensation, which can be thousands per year. All these pay types are strictly separated. There you go. Exactly. Always separated. Has to be from a company prospect or perspective. Sorry, but perspective. They have to, because okay, this is what this right here is what Trump's in trouble for in New York. So when they gave out, in this case, it's none of the additional incentive compensation. This is taxable. All this stuff is taxable. So what happens if you give this out and then your company reports that as no salary, no income to a salary, that means that's fraudulent in reality. And also, you're supposed to pay tax on the value of this. Just like when people win a car on The Price is Right, and they're all jumping all around and they say they want a $50,000 car back in the old days. Then they would get home. Then they get a call. Hey, wait a minute. You bought that. You live in California. You got to pay us 10%. And they're like, what do you talk? You owe us $5,000 because you won the car. And they're just like, what? What are you talking about? I won this on Price is Right. They gave it to me. They're like, that's right. It's a taxable event. So all this is taxable events. It's the same thing. You just can't call it even. You got to say, okay, my company now owes tax for giving out these restrictive stock units. Not only that, the executive has to write on their tax return that they got X amount of restrictive stock units. And if they cashed or did whatever they did with them, they got to pay tax on that, both parties. And if you don't, and just go, no biggie, that's a problem. That's a real problem. You can't even, it's a problem. It's very, very, very bad. Also means you can lose your company. And because you're going to be sued by the state, which is what the Trump situation has happened to. So his company could be sued for the amount, Not only this money here, but exponential. They could times it by X amount. It's crazy. I'm telling you. That's why you don't mess around. You keep everything separate. So thank you so much, Victor Marrero, for mentioning that. Because the bottom line is all these pay types are strictly separated. He's got that right. You better do it. All right. Shout out. I got a shout out coming. Felicity. Shout out from Obsidian Line, the code keeper, and myself. Thank you so much for listening as well. That is awesome. A family affair. Trying to get down with some of this extra info. Happy birthday to you, Felicity. That is awesome. I told her you are a poker legend. Okay. All right. That's funny right there. Then I have something for the birthday woman then. All right. Here we are. Happy birthday. Right on. Happy birthday, Victor Marrero. You know all the secret codes. Okay. I didn't know. I thought it was Felicity's, but it's not. I missed this one. I thought, okay, so I have to take it back. It's not her birthday. It's Victor Marrero's birthday. Today is my birthday, getting old, buddy. Hey, man, we all get old. It's just a matter of time. Age is nothing but a number in these days because this is the best time to live, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, by the way, this is what I have right here. I forgot. SSN Lifestyle Body Balance Cream, Iodine, MSM, Magnesium, D3, $34.99. SSN Lifestyle, go order it there. Hey, we live in the best time because organic foods available, vegan foods, all these foods are available that you don't have to put toxic chemicals in your body. So your body may hold a little better. Because remember back in the day when somebody was like 50 years old, you were looking at them like, oh, that's grandma, grandpa there. Nowadays, you can't tell a freaking 35, 45, 55, even 65 in these days and age. People are working out, making sure they eat right, taking care of themselves, a lot more people. So therefore, a lot more healthier. So all I'm saying is happy birthday, Victor Marrero. No matter what, have fun. And you're about to retire soon. So turn up the have fun meter. All right. So it was Victor Marrero's birthday. I did not know that or see that. But again, happy birthday. And again, shout out to Felicity. Hopefully I'm pronouncing that right. All right. Marrero, secret codes. Exactly. Uh-huh. All right. Thank you. All right. Well, Victor Marrero's had a good day. He's over in the PR having fun. Happy birthday, Victor. Showing the love from everybody from Mr. Cool. All right. 2 hours, 27 minutes in. I am going to play something. Debt box. What I really want to play is something that, like I said, saw earlier. But we're going to go to the debt box because we have an XPLR 2250 debt box node license program as well. The link is down below. You'll see that if you want to get into group economics and don't want to pay the full $2,500 for the XPLR or the 2250 for the XPLR, the 2500 for the Grow. But this is what the back office looks like. Here's all the tokens, dropped 10%. So we're back under 3 cents, which for XPLR, but they fluctuate. But these are all tokens that trade. They're all liquid. And they receive partnership money or royalty money, and then they burn the token. They buy the tokens on the open market, unknown to anybody. They just buy them randomly. Then they burn all the tokens that they buy. That increases the value of the license and the node. So it mines 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. And here we are. This node has $1,000 of tokens in it. All right. So here's what the back office mining looks like. This started August, September, October, 3 months ago, roughly, it started mining. So the fact that this is up to 1,000 means at this time, it's $300 per month. It started August. Well, I counted as August 15th. Because mining was supposed to start 72 hours, but I went in on the the second day and it was already mining. So I don't know if it mined the first day already, but that's why I say August 15th. And here it is, November, 3 months. So this is $300 and some change. It started out, the first month literally was about $65 because the token price was lower. They just did a burn October 1st. I mean, sorry, they halved October 1st. So over here on the left-hand side is the total amount of tokens, the 36,000. So we're accumulating these tokens. What mined in the last 24 hours is 349. And I like this. This is like almost $10 per day. So the token price the other day was 3 cents. Now it's down to 2.8 cents, which is a little different. But nonetheless, it fluctuates. But if you get $9 on a $1,250 license, $300 per day, per day, $300 per month. Hey, you got your money back. The fourth month, well, actually, it's going to be fourth month. By this time next month, it's going to be total money back and then some. So it took 4 months because of the halving. And because next time they're going to burn after they do some sales or receive royalties. So that is how it works, ladies and gentlemen. It's pretty sweet. And then you can buy all these others. And the new, and that token's coming out next month. I think it's going to be $1,000 with 5.5 zeros, and a 1. That's going to be awesome. This right here, these two projects backed by real world items is awesome. I think this is off the charts. All right. Personally, but again, do your own due diligence, do your own research, check it out yourself. And what I'm going to do is, because I can't hold this back, because I got to show you guys when they're walking in Ghana. I'm hoping he has it on here. Yes, it was yesterday. 2 hours. I think this is it. I didn't realize it was yesterday. I just saw it today. 2 hours and 42 minutes. Check this out. This is inspiring. Inspiring stuff. So let me get this on screen. Check this out. Victor Marrero saying, showing the love. Thanks, Laverne. Another year closer to retirement. There we go. I thought you were up this year, Victor Marrero. I thought it was now. Obsidian Line, the code keeper, thinking, how long will the bear market last? Well, I'm going to tell you right now. Which bear market? We talking about crypto? We talking about stocks? Stock-wise, you might as well just chill out. It's going to be, in my opinion, this is 1929, where the stock market goes down. Let's say it goes down 10 points. We'll count it in a point range. Goes down 10 points. And all of a sudden it rallies 1%, 1 point, 3 points up, 5 points up. But that's just 7 points back. And then all of a sudden it drops 5 points. So there's an uptick and then down, uptick and then down. And that's just what happened in 1929. Actually, 1929 through 1930. What's going to exacerbate the situation is the Federal Reserve is going to increase interest rates again, but it's going to be what the Fed want. I mean, what the Wall Street guys want, 0.5 probably in December, because for some other reason, they always want to do 0.5 in December. But interest rates still going to increase, and that's going to stall the economy. So as far as crypto is in flux because of FTX Fiasco. So therefore, it's unknown. The bear market for crypto is what's the catalyst for crypto to go up? Just because some guy on TV says, oh, it's going to be $200,000 for Bitcoin, or, oh, look what happened in 2017 after this happened and it went down to $3,000 and then it went up to 60 grand. It's going to happen again. Well, hold on. There's a certain thing that happens, just like having happened with these guys at Debtbox Node. That's what they do with Bitcoin. Remember, that's how they I call it artificially inflating the value, because it's you say you have 22 or 21 million whatever, but then you're going to do some sort of halving and some sort of other things. Well, what it is, that's not the thing. The thing is, are you going to have people buying? You have to have demand in order for something to go up. So in this case, with the FTX fiasco and with regulations that are going to come because of this, people are going to sit on the sidelines. So in my opinion, I'm sitting there waiting for crypto another 6, 7, 8 months minimum, because of this fallout is going to be deep, long, and wide, and it's going to affect Wall Street as well. So I think it's going to be, but also pay attention to the numbers and altcoins and all that. I would probably stay away from at this point. You can take risk, but why take risk now when you have a debt box and you have a cash flow NFT? There's no reason to take risk. And I give you the SSN lifestyle so you can go through our group opportunity and still get a percentage of the returns. So why take a risk on some of these projects, which are really startups, when you actually have 2 companies that are actually making money right now and sharing it with their licensees or NFT holders? So that's how it works. All right, I got to head to work. Peace out, Eric. Have a good night from Andy O. Thank you so much. It was very nice to see you again, Andy O. I appreciate it, and I appreciate your support with the icon next to your name. Greatly appreciated. So that was the debt box node in the back office. There's 2 ways you can get this. IX Global, which is a link down below. You can go sign up to buy a node, a license, and then what happens, you don't have to do anything. You can pay $15 or $25 monthly fee. That's all there is to it. If you want to turn it into more residual money where you can refer other people, like what I have is the link, you got to pay more monthly, but then you get a link that you can share with other people and then go into a residual income from signing up other people or other people buying nodes, whatever the case may be. The link is down below for IX Global. Now, if you want to get into the 2250 XPLR license node, it's 250s already in there. That means there's 1950 left. So if you want to get on that, there's not too many spots because you can put in 500, 750, 1,000. But the percentage you put in is the part of the rewards that you will receive. So if you put in 10%, which would be, well, you can't because that's $225. But let's just say you put in 10%, then that's 10% of the rewards will be coming out. If you put in half, then you get 50% of the rewards that's coming out. That's basically what it is. The rewards are staggered. You just don't pull them out because what you really want to do is build up. Because here we are right now. Laverne Penix bought 3 of the XPLRs. Here's the situation. Next month and the month after, they're going to have new licenses coming out. One's going to be for their debt token, for the debt box chain that they're going to be working on. And the other one is the gold or the oil in Ghana. They're going to have an oil rig in Ghana, and the profits or royalties they receive from that, again, they burn the tokens on the open market. And the tokens this time are going to be just like the first 0.0001. But what I'm trying to get at is, how do you compound? We have $1,000, for instance, on the XPLR. If everybody agreed, you can use the reward and not have to put any more money in. But now you can get a second license for the same one-time money that was put in. $250, $500, but now you have 2 tokens earning 2 rewards. That's how you compound, ladies and gentlemen. Laverne Penix, he has 3 of these XPLRs. So he's already up. Like, for instance, if he went crazy, he could turn around and say, okay, give me one of those debt box for 1,000. The BGLD, the oil one that comes out, give me another one of those when that's 1,000. He still has another 1,000 in his duffel bag of the debt box node cash. And he can get another 3 nodes. And all those are mining. So now he's earning mining money from 4 places in theory, if he did it like that, 4. Next thing you know, those 4 are going to generate whatever in a month. He could probably buy another one the following month. And this is going to keep going up and up, because what ends up happening is the people that have like 10 nodes licenses, 20, they are sitting there chomping at the bit, because they're going to take out their 20,000 and say, give me 20 of these nodes, these new ones that just came out for $1,000. They've seen this before. The 0.0001, the 0.05s and a 1, that's where the token price starts. They've seen this play out. They went up to 0.02, 0.018, 0.09, 99 cents. Can you imagine having 6 zeros and a 1 or 5 zeros and a 1, and the next thing you know it's 2 cents, 1 cent, 99 cent? That would be crazy, right? That would mean that you have all those original reward tokens. Like if you had 36,000 tokens and the price goes to $1, that's $36,000, right? So it's that simple, not that hard. But if the token price was 0.0001 and then you bought some more along the way, because you can buy these on the open market at PancakeSwap. All right, so here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to play this. If you guys are still here, we're going to run 3 hours tonight. All right. So I'm going to play this here because this is 8 minutes. And the reason I'm playing this is because, again, you guys, I'm sitting here, I'm trying to help everybody. You guys, we don't have an e-course. We don't sell anything. I mean, I sell t-shirts, of course, you know, a little bit of extra, have a little fun, the CEO of my life, the nobody's coming to save you and all that. A little fun with that. So there's a little gear, okay? But we don't sell courses. We don't have any other fees that we charge. So all the information is what it is. We're trying to help. I'm trying to help you. People here are trying to help you. This is why, like tonight, Victor Morel, even on his birthday, he comes and sits down and says, this is the deal. This helps out people who are thinking about investing in real estate, whether it's abroad or not. And that gives you an idea of how we look at it and what the calculations were. That helps out people, because some of you may feel that it's very hard, when in actuality, you're finding out it's not that hard. All you need to know is the price. You need to know what the return on the investment is. And then all you do is divide the return on investment by the price, and that gives you the percentage. But it was simple, because when he said 225 and then it's 24,000, we know it's 10% plus, right? It's almost like 11% return on money, because 10% is 22.5. So that's why we knew it was 10%, 11%, whatever it is. But if you want to get detailed, then you just divide the 24, the return of investment, divided by the price, and that gives you the percentage of return on your investment. All right. So now I'm going to go to this. I think, I'm hoping this is what it is. Oh, this isn't what it is. It's not the right one. Let me, oh, it is the right one. Hold on. I have the right one. This is what I'm looking for. Hold on a second, ladies and gentlemen. This ought to be good. This right here, I'm impressed. I am highly impressed. You guys, you got to, this is awesome. What they're saying, this is awesome. So check this out. They're in Ghana right now for the Grow Project. That's another one. The Grow Project is $2,500 for that. And after you hear this, I'm like, oh my God. Whoever has a Grow license that was able to get in for $1,000, they're about to turn it up, ladies and gentlemen. All of it's about to be turned up in Ghana, the motherland. Africa is the land of the riches, ladies and gentlemen. They don't want you to know. Africa has everything there. Everything is in Africa, in one part of Africa or another. It's not all desert. All right. So here we go. Let me see what I can do.
acres of property. They have capped out. They are the only organically certified farms in all of Ghana. So the export for soy and sunflower seeds and some of the other crops, they can start expanding through, but they don't have the property to do so. So Grow will come in and help with the property here and bring in more heavy equipment and build at least 3 more processing facilities for that 10,000 acres. That will allow them to basically put on more workers and increase the revenues coming through. Those more revenues, we get more royalties for it. Those royalties then go to the co-op, and we basically get paid from the co-op.
One of the things that I've been the most fascinated about is, we talk about debt. Debt stands for decentralized, eco-friendly blockchain technology. And I don't think that we understand the E part of how much they're doing environmentally here in Africa. I mean, you guys are rooted here
Very much.
and truly making a difference in these communities. I don't think that people realize that by buying a Grow license or buying many of our Explorer licenses or any of the projects, they really are supporting Africa and the people through employment, thousands of jobs.
Tens of thousands.
Tens of thousands.
Yes, our goal is for the year of 2023 is it will actually support 10,000 jobs alone here in Ghana. That's going to be not only for the Grow, that's about 3,500 jobs, but for silver and gold, it's about 3,000 jobs, and the rest of it will basically be going into the aluminum and the oil and gas sector. But 10,000 jobs total, probably by the most opportunities to expand here in Africa. It's one of the richest countries still in the world, and there's so much opportunity to expand, but also expand where people live and give back.
It's beautiful. Show you around here. Thank you, Jason. Appreciate it. So where we are at,
Give us a quick.
beautiful.
All right. Well,
All right, ladies and gentlemen. Once again, this is awesome. Look, I even had to put the hoodie on for this one because once again, this right here, the top 2 are the Miracle Cash and More, real world businesses, real stores already in existence in a few countries, and they're expanding, adding more stores. That's Cashflow NFT. Debtbox nodes, licenses, real world. You heard them. Oil, gold, silver from the satellite, that XPLR satellite, but you can't go wrong with any of these. These are real commodities, real world, connected up with IX Global as the marketing arm. And if you wanted to buy these licenses directly from Debtbox Node, they range from 27,000 to 70,000, 67, 70,000. And they're only going to get more valuable because these are actually backed by real commodities. So all I can say is it's an opportunity and it's passive income. That's what you want. As much and as many passive income plans you can get in place, the better long term. All right. Okay. I'm going to wrap this up. To talk about police. I want to thank everybody for being here because without you guys, I wouldn't be doing this because you motivate me to keep coming back. Because as you guys know, speaking of that, hold on, I forgot something. The poker, right? Poker. Here we go. I didn't play any SSN Lifestyle, so this is for Felicity. Here we go. Let me do some poker. Let me see which one. I'm gonna do this one. This is longer, so I'll play this one.
People call me the champ. That's not true. I'm a champ a long time ago. This is the champion, David Chu. Say hello.
hello everyone.
Tell what's the tournament that you just won a ridiculous amount of money in?
Well, it was WPT.
Yeah, WPT where? How much did you win? 3.4. 3.4 million dollars. David Chu just came home with. You're amazing. Amazing. Yes, let's give a hand for David Chu. We have David Chu here. Just won $3.4 million. How we doing? How's the table? Oh my God, Brett Butler's here. Brett Butler and I have a lot of history. He's the man who got absolutely no cards at the final table when we were together. It was unbelievable. I got so unbelievably lucky, and he got nothing sick. It was really sick. This man should have won a hell of a lot more money. How much did you win at the World Series, David?
3.2.
For real? He won $3.2 million, and he got absolutely no cards, got completely screwed, and I felt really bad, but it's not that bad. Yeah, it wasn't that bad. You're playing against Glenn Turbin, who's one of my old clients. Glenn is one of the great actors of our time. Glenn's been nominated for an Emmy this year for his HBO movie. You gotta come and talk to Glenn. You didn't recognize Glenn Turbin in your crazy? I'm so sorry.
Oh, hiding out on me, man. Oh, my goodness.
Of course. Glenn, I miss you so much. We have Glenn Turbin in the house, everybody. Tell us about the movie that you're doing. You just did great feel. You're nominated for an Emmy this year.
Well, HBO put me up for the nomination.
All right, there goes some poker stuff for you. All right, and in case you may be new here and everybody's going, okay, you didn't know it was going to tournament. All right, I'm gonna say this again. So we already started playing. Few, I don't know, 5 minutes, 10 minutes, whatever. And so he comes and sits down next to me, which we're sitting on the same level, except he does this. So I don't even pay no attention because I'm sitting on this side and he does this with this hat. So then I'm just thinking, oh, it's just another guy playing poker. So he doesn't say nothing the whole time because he has a distinctive voice. He doesn't say nothing. He's just sitting there, and I don't really look at him because it's, he's just sitting next to me. Then Jamie Gold is sitting there going, hey, there's Glenn Turbin. I'm like, wait, what? Where? Then he's sitting right next to me, and then he's like, yeah. I was like, oh, okay, you're just messing around. Because I don't really know him, but I've seen him before. We've hung out a bit before, but he came in and he had his hat down, so I didn't pay no attention. Then after, I guess he was sitting there, I was find out later. So that's how it was like, what the hell? And he starts like laughing. I'm like, oh man, that's wrong. So anyhow, but all nice people. David Chu, hung out with him a few times. Brett Butler. I'm trying to get him on, actually. He opened up a store, a clothing store, like England. I can't remember the name of it. So that's the reason why I want to get him on. I haven't even asked him yet, but he probably will come on. But because I want to talk about retail business and opening up a store, and it's a franchise. So that's what I want to talk to him about as well. So then you guys will understand, even in this day and age, anybody can start something, and then you'll get the inventory on how they have to buy the inventory and what they had to do, so you guys can learn something. So maybe I'll have him on before the end of the year, and maybe have a few other people on. Who knows? But we'll see. Thanks. You're welcome, man. No problem. I had to play at least one, right? I found some other stuff when I moved stuff into storage, but unfortunately I don't have it with me because I can add some more of these things, and I'm trying to find one. I wasn't going to add it, but I got another one I'm going to add, which speaking of poker, this one's going to be somebody that retired. What was her name? No Mercy. What's her name? She's French too. But anyhow, this woman's a famous poker player. I have some stuff with her and Greg Raymer, all these guys. We were hanging out another time. So yeah, speaking of poker, that was fun times. I don't play poker anymore though. Everybody got real good. Real good. All the kids got real good, and they're fearless. So these guys play a whole nother type of game now. They're just fearless. and they have their staking down, they have borrowing down, they have all kind of stuff where a group of people, a back people, it's a whole nother ball game. So it's pretty wild. So anyhow, that's a little of the poker stories. All right, we're going to wrap this up. 2 hours and 54 minutes. I want to thank everybody once again for being here. And again, I appreciate it. Once again, shout out to Victor Marrero. Happy birthday once again. Thank you so much for sharing on your birthday when you could have been just chilling. And Obsidian Lion, the Code Keeper, and the wife, Felicity, thank you so much for watching tonight and being here. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. And hopefully I've helped out a little bit. And with all that said, see us on Friday night live stream, 9:50 p.m. Chat room will be open to everybody. Friday night, 9:10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Check out the videos that have been dropped. Tomorrow, there will be another video drop, 2 videos tomorrow, actually. One's going to be on the FTX Fiasco, which I went over, gave you guys a teaser tonight. And then I'm going to drop another video discussing the Warren Buffett holding company so you guys can understand a holding company is where you want to go. Just what SBF did, Bankman-Fried, that's what you want to do. When you start growing, you want to create additional entities, separate entities that run separate businesses, and then go to the mothership, which is the holding company. Your tax liabilities shrink, your profits increase, and your ability to create more wealth increases because each one of your LLCs has a separate value. All combined together, they have a whole nother value. So therefore, you're able to borrow to buy other companies, competitors, whatever you want to do, and increase your revenues. And you have the profits. Everything works out fine. So that's how they grow. And that's how you get billionaires. And that's why there's only 3,500 billionaires on the planet, because those billionaires came up off of real estate, but not the majority of them. But real estate is actually like number 7 or 8 on the list. Number 1, finance, business. 1, 2. Those are the ones up top. Top 3, I can't remember the order. Top 3. So that's why we always talk about business here. We always talk about involve yourself in business where you have the passive income, where you can scale it up. So like when you have the debt box nodes licenses and you can get more than 1 license by scaling from the profits, that's what you're looking for. Because now you bought 1, next thing you know, you can have 2. Next thing you know, you can have 3 off of the initial investment, and they all grow. That's what you want. That's almost like having a separate entity. That's why the license is awesome. The cash flow NFT, they have one for each country. So this one now is for the UK, United Kingdom. The next one's going to be for old Russian countries. I don't even know what they are really. I mean, it's like Lithuania or something, you know what I'm saying? So, but you can scale up as well, because if each quarter, if you're able to get 1,000, 3,000, 2,000, maybe even 5,000 for your NFT for that quarter, that means you can buy another NFT for another country. So that's what you want. Passive income, one-time investment, passive income. That's where we're going. We got our own financial plans here. All right. That's how we do it, ladies and gentlemen. And with all that said, 3 hours in, I love it. And with all that said, keep your head up. Keep moving, and I'm out.